Totem Pole, 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 Totem Pole.
Hello, everybody.
Totem Pole, 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 Totem Pole.
Look at what that is right there.
This is a totem pole from Washington. From my great friend, Jay Freeman.
Hey.
Look at the totem pole, Paul.
I saw it.
That's awesome.
Where'd you get that from?
Where did I get that from, Jay Freeman?
I sent it to Troy Taylor in Virginia, guys. I thought we needed
Hey, Coach A. Freeman.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you got any D1 prospects on your roster?
I got any D1 prospects? Yeah. I got one guy. I got one guy that's pretty good. Yeah.
One guy?
Well, you know,
What position?
He's a right guard. He's a right guard. He's 6'3".
How big is he?
6'3", 317, and he's got hands that crush you.
How big is he? That's a great question.
Yeah, 6'3", 317 with great hands.
Great hands. Do you believe in hands like this, or do you believe in hands like this?
No way, buddy. No way, buddy.
A or B?
B all the way. And I even like C. Troy Taylor. Show it to me again. There you go.
Yeah.
I like B and C. I don't like A. A is weak and outdated and no good.
In the granite 617 savages. And that is the ultimate compliment you can get from In the Granite 617 is to call you a savage. Jay Freeman, you were on the bus ride yesterday. You were with me when I went to the Rock's house and rang the doorbell. You were with me when I went to show Dave Matthews the bar he used to bartend. I was going to hit up Paul and get his friend to hit his friend up so we could go up there and see Dave. Then the Granite said, Amen, USA. Jay Freeman, can you talk to Paul a little bit about how the pattern led me right to UVA's practice yesterday?
Oh, it was pretty incredible to watch because, you know, he's riding on the bus. He's riding on the Metro bus. And, you know, if you're one of these football coaches, Paul, you don't sit in the back of the bus. That's not your MO. You sit in the front of the bus and you chat up the bus driver the whole time. Well, you know, that's what Troy Taylor's doing. You know, he's chatting up the bus driver. He's making the bus driver feel good as the bus driver drives around. He's being kind to everybody. He's talking to guys on the street like he always does, building people up, lifting people up. And then, you know what happens, Paul? He's just walking around UVA. He's just exploring UVA. He's showing us the rotunda. He's talking to people about historical figures, right? But next thing you know, he talks to some lady. He goes behind some wall. He walks across the field. And next thing you know, he's going into UVA's first practice of the season. And Coach and Paul, there's a list. Hey, there's a list. And if I was Joe Blono off the street, I wouldn't be able to get in there. But what does Troy Taylor do? You're supposed to let him know the week before by making a phone call to some lady, right?
Is that what she said?
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
didn't even listen to that, man.
Oh yeah. But hey, Paul, Troy Taylor just texted a friend and said, "Hey, buddy, I'm here. Can I come watch practice?" And next thing you know, hey, the gates open wide. He gets ushered in. And Paul, the greatest moment of the whole thing was, he's a real football coach. He's a real football coach. He's a coach of young men, right? And so when he sit there at practice, one of those GAs or restricted earnings guys is standing around, with a golf shirt on, and a kid's helmet blows up. Hey, a kid's helmet falls apart. Whatever. Zenith is falling apart, right? The screws coming off, whatever. And the guy who's the analyst or whatever standing there, and the kid's like, "God, can you fix my helmet? Can somebody fix my helmet? I need my helmet fixed." Well, Troy Taylor's used to solving problems. Troy Taylor's used to serving young people. He says, "Yeah, buddy, hand me that helmet. I'll fix it right now." Well, the damn staff member don't know what to do. Hey, you can't get that close to them. You can't touch them. And you know what Troy Taylor said? "I can go anywhere because life takes me to where I'm needed. Life takes me to where I can do the most good. Life takes me to where I can touch people and help people's lives," huh?
I just ran into, after I left that dude, guess who I saw playing linebacker behind the defense about 30 yards? Wally Rayner. Do you remember Wally Rayner? He played linebacker for the Ravens. He's from UVA. He was showing me how to play linebacker, man. He was sitting in there and he was doing the reads. Shoot! He said, when you shoot, you got to turn your shoulder pads, man, to get in there.
Yeah.
Boom. It was wonderful. That was such a fun time. And then, it actually was supposed to be delivered the day before.
Did you see Mentor?
Who?
Mentor.
No, I didn't see him. He didn't stand out, man. I didn't see him. I was watching the O-line and I saw Chris. NFL is back. The NFL is back. The Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, DJ Moore versus the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud. The NFL is back. And then when I was going out to the field, I ran into Chris Slade. And yesterday, Coach Jay Freeman was talking about Chris Slade. So I was able to FaceTime in the Granite 617 with Chris Slade. And he said, "Where do you live?" He said, "Quincy." He said, "Where did you live?" He said, "Oh, that's the nice neighborhood." Well, in the Granite 617. How many NFL guys live in the hood? I mean, I love you, man. Hey, Paul, why would Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson have a J on his metal gate?
Because his last name's Johnson.
Yeah. I was sitting there wondering, why's he got a J on his gate? Jay Freeman, how are you feeling? The NFL is back. Totem Pole Nation. We will be live streaming the game tonight starting at 7:30 p.m. The whole gang will be there. It's a party. You might as well join in. The NFL is back. The Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, the #1 pick from USC versus CJ Stroud of the Houston Texans from Ohio State University. Paul, how long have you been waiting for this day?
My whole life.
He's been waiting his whole life for this. In the Granite says "One Love." Black Lives Matter says "Go Falcons." Amen. Go Falcons and go home, Kirk Cousins. Go back to Michigan State with your minivan. All right, here we go. This is for you in the Granite 617. around Kirk's Cousins' town, all around his city, he blings.
He's Kirk cuz.
Yes, and he's getting ready to lose his job to Michael Penix Jr. Jay Freeman, how are you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling good. And let me tell you, the biggest reason I'm happy is not just because of the return of football. It's going to sound a little bit, not just because of the return of NFL football, but because for the first time I can remember, I can watch it with some buddies.
Wow.
I can watch it with some buddies through Totem Pole Nation that I'm real excited to watch it with.
Yeah,
because a lot of times,
NFL football.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
We need to post a link on your Facebook group. The Line Play Brotherhood. We need to get everybody on the Line Play Brotherhood. We'll just watch the line play.
Yeah, we will, for sure.
Return of the NFL tonight. Hall of Fame game. The Chicago Bears versus the Houston Texans. Caleb Williams versus C.J. Stroud. I texted my friend. This is great, man. I texted my friend. I said, good luck tonight. Always rooting for you. I'm at Fuma coaching PG O-line now. We are Virginia. Go get it, Chris. Thanks. Should be an interesting season. Congratulations on the new job. I thought you were coaching in Florida. That's Chris Beatty. That was Percy Harvin's high school coach at the University of Florida. He didn't coach him at the University of Florida. He coached him in high school at Lansdowne. But he coached Noel Devine at WVU. He coached Stephon Diggs. Yeah. I said I couldn't move down there for $10K.
Well, if they go 10 times that amount, you might think about it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody get Chris Beatty, the wide receiver coach. He coached the wide receivers at the Chargers last year. He had the two best receivers in the NFL in the granite. Coach Paul, Coach Freeman, Coach Troy. Zach Ryan, 49ers MFer. Zach Ryan, 49ers for Trump. Go San Francisco 49ers and go Brock Purdy. Is Brock Purdy the illegitimate son of John Harbaugh? I think John Harbaugh has some explaining to do. Go 49ers, go flat brim. Go the flat brim hats. I'm pulling for the flat brim hats. I'm pulling for the junior, Shanahan Jr. James Moss. We just talked about Jacksonville, coach. The Jacksonville Jaguars. James Moss is in here. Don's in here going go Jags. Don, we got sunshine, bro. Yes, Jacksonville in the United States of America has the most days of sunshine of any other city in America. I was supposed to go to Jacksonville, and I was supposed to coach at Ed Waters University, and it didn't work out. The good Lord led me to Fork Union, but Jacksonville holds a special place in my heart. Leonard Skinner, the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, the only problem with the Jacksonville Jaguars is the same problem the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins had. Their owner. I think he would rather run a wrestling association than an NFL team, but they always make money in the NFL. Jacksonville Jaguars. Coach Jay Freeman, you're from Florida. James,
yes,
Zach Ryan, Black Lives Matter. This is for you. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. What a blessing it is to be on here with all of y'all. Coach Jay Freeman, talk a little bit about Jacksonville, Florida. Talk a little bit about what you know about the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes, sir. Jacksonville, Florida is a great place. A lot of people don't understand what it is. It's the biggest city in the world as far as area. A lot of people don't know that. When you enter the county,
Ball and Duval.
Yeah, exactly. When you enter the county, you enter the city of Jacksonville.
Yes.
Guys, listen, I've got a weird history with Jacksonville. I lost the state championship as a senior to a team from Jacksonville.
What team?
Jacksonville University Christian.
Wow.
They had 3 players the likes we had never seen, right? We had never seen. They had a Ohio State commit, a guy that went to Liberty, and then a guy, I don't know where he went, but they were 3
Don says Trevor, a.k.a. Sunshine. Don, no doubt. I love that picture. Who made a better looking woman? Was it Trevor Lawrence or was it Mac Jones when they switched their haircut? Did you see that? That was both. Hey, Mac Jones is from Jacksonville. Dude, I think y'all got 2 good quarterbacks, man.
Well,
call me crazy.
Well, I don't want to be weird, but I think Mac Jones has got the eyelashes, and I think Trevor Lawrence has got the long hair.
Yeah, his neck and his Adam's apple do not help him as a woman.
What do you mean, Trevor Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Yeah, well, Trevor Lawrence to me looks like the guy from what's that movie from Disney World at Halloween time? Ichabod Crane and the Sleepy Hollow, the Legends.
Yes.
You got that Adam's apple coming out like tall and gangly ass guy with that Adam's apple bobbing around. Hey,
yes.
The Jaguars got a lot of good stuff. They got good weather.
Yes.
They got beaches. Their uniforms are pretty fire. You know what I mean? When you really think about their uniforms, they're pretty nice.
Remember the Titans. Yes. The Tennessee Titans are also great. I don't know why they fired Vrabel, but remember the Titans is from my state, T.C. Williams. Keep going, Coach Jay Freeman.
Yeah, hey, the only thing I would say too about Jacksonville, well, is that like they've been so down low recently. They've got all these high draft picks, and they've done a pretty good job. You know what I mean? They've done a pretty good job with the draft picks. The Urban Meyer thing was tough for them. You know what I mean? Because it was a big failure.
Elijah Bitten says, I like the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, this is for you, Elijah. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. You know what? I got to be honest with you guys. I don't get to follow them quite as closely as I used to, just from location. But every time I see a news story.
Don says the movie Remember the Titans, a.k.a. Trevor Lawrence Sunshine. I've watched Remember the Titans more than anybody in the world. Okay, it came out in 2000. That's 25 years ago. I've watched it at least 1,000 times a year. I know that movie inside and out, and the more you look into it, the more Disney it becomes. They didn't even have to change the story, but they did. But it's all good. Coach Jay Freeman, how do you Gator? Chomp, the Florida Gators. Hey, Gator, are you excited that the NFL is back? Are you excited that the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams are playing the Houston Texans and CJ Stroud tonight? That's Trevor's first movie. Yes, it was. It was. And it was also Ryan Gosling's first movie, I believe. In the granite says Gator. Gator says fire. Tonight's matchup, Jay Freeman, the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, versus the Houston Texans, Caleb Williams, DeMarco Ryan.
Yes,
sir. Tell us
a
little bit about what you know, because the Chicago Bears are a very hot name in pro football right now.
Well, yeah, they're a hot name, and part of it, I think tonight, and of course, I don't ever want to throw water on a fire, but we always get so excited to see young talent, and I think unfortunately we may not see some of that young quarterback talent tonight for Chicago. They've been saying they're going to sit him, right?
Yes.
But
Gators
at the same
Coach
time,
Freeman, 100 Coach Freeman. Gator. Did I play Gator's intro? I don't think I did. Gator, this is
better do it.
Gator is in the house.
Gator is in the house, Coach Jay Freeman.
Yeah, you know what's great about Gator, you guys? And there's a lot of great things about Gator, but one thing that's great about Gator is he's got he's a working man, he's a dad, he's a husband, he's a good human being. And, and he is a fan of Florida football, and he lives in Tallahassee. You guys know what it means? That would be like if you lived in Charlottesville, Virginia, and you were the biggest gobble Hokies fan there was.
Hokey high.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. You got to take a lot of extra jabs. You got to take a lot of extra joshing from your coworkers. The people are going to give you a hard time. But I'll tell you what, I bet when he does that 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits a dollar, all for the Gators stand up and holler, man, I bet it feels good when those Gators beat the Seminoles, don't it?
Well, the Florida Gators have more national championships in the last 20 years than the Florida State Seminoles. Coach Paul Medley, Lieutenant Colonel, the man from Seoul. How do you feel about tonight's game, the Chicago Bears versus the Houston Texans? The NFL is back. The NFL returns. The Hall of Fame game tonight, 8 p.m. on ABC ESPN. Paul, are you psyched up? What can you tell me about the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans teams? A diehard Gator fan straight out of Tallahassee. Gator, yes. I think you're on mute, Coach Paul Medley.
I'm a little bit concerned. I err on the side of caution.
Moose 914, good morning again from Yonkers, New York, buddies. This is for you, Goose 914. Yonkers is in the house. Gator says, thanks for the shout out, Coach Freeman. How you feeling, man from Seoul? Crystal Ball Paul.
I'm gonna throw up I'm concerned. And the reason I'm concerned is I think that once we get started here, we're going to see two teams going in opposite directions. I'm not saying Houston is going to just be a complete flop, but I just think that CJ Stroud in year 2, after, defense coordinators have tape on him, and then the combination of Mr. When things aren't going well, he could turn that locker room upside down because he's done it twice.
Bills
he has
Mafia.
A pattern.
Bills Mafia is in the house. I got this jersey when I went to see Jim McNally, $14.95 at Highmark Stadium. Stephon Diggs was coached by my friend Chris Beatty and Maryland. Moose said, thank you. Bills Mafia, this is for you. Is that Mr. Tom Sula? In the
and speaking of the devil, the jersey you have on is a guy that concerns me down in Houston because it's gotta go right, or things are gonna get squirrely. And again, the chances of the rest of the division catching up with Houston are far greater than Houston running away with that division. And that guy, man, he has a pattern of creating chaos in locker rooms when things aren't going right. Not just Buffalo, folks. Let's not forget he played for the Vikings and how that ended.
Everybody asked me when I bought this jersey, why'd you buy that jersey? That's Stephon Diggs. I said it was $14.95. There was a $40 Stephon Diggs t-shirt on the clearance rack, and this jersey was $14.95. I'm the low man on the totem pole. If you don't believe me, just hang out with me for a little bit. In the granite, Buffalo.
Okay, and again, I know Lambeau doesn't agree with me, but I can see a world where Chicago can surprise some people. Because what they did was, the way you got to do it when you have a young quarterback, surround him with a defense, which they built last year through acquiring Sweat from the Commanders. They made that. That's what made that defense go, because they're great. They've got some great talent on the back end. And then, buy all the receivers you can, because your quarterback's on a rookie deal. They went and did that, and they drafted one. We forget, Moore was on the team last year. They drafted a Doomsday, and then they get your boy from the Chargers. I mean, is their wide receiver room one of the top wide receiver rooms in the league?
They got the top wide receiver coach. He coached DJ Moore in college. He coached Stephon Diggs in college. He coached Percy Harvin. He coached Noel Devine.
Hey, man, when a Doomsday can be the number 3 and break himself into the league,
he coached Keenan Allen.
They're cooking. They're cooking. Hey. And forget, and one more thing they added. They got a running back who has proven himself in this league, Swift. And they got a young quarterback. That's the recipe for surprise. We're here.
We got a lot of comments. Buffalo Mafia says, wow. Moose Down 14 says, haha, yes, sir. Moose Down 14 says, sir. Joshy Allen says, Diggs sucks. I bought the jersey because I went to go see Jim McNally, and it was $14.95. And I've always been sick of Diggs. This is for you, Joshy Allen. Gator says Florida in the house. In the granite says Florida salute. Moose Down 14 said, what's 8.75% tax? It's called Taxachusetts. Joshy says, I love Keon Coleman. I do too. But I think Keon Coleman went to Michigan State before Florida State, didn't he? Derek Wild, nothing any teams does matters. 3-peat gonna happen. Derek Wild, hi. This is for you. Chiefs is in the house. Chiefs Kingdom is in the house.
Chiefs is in the house.
In the granite said agreed 100%. Coach Paul. Abu says a racial slur. Gary Miller, go Miami. It's Tua time. Miami. Welcome to Miami. Miami. Granite said, what the F? Moose said $14.95, like his number. You guys are playing to make love. Thank you very much.
They've been saying it's Tua time for a half a decade now.
Tua or Dan Marino?
Hey, how long does it take you to make that choice, Paul? About 0.1 seconds?
Yeah, true. But how long does it take you to make a choice of this guy's not taking us to divisional round or beyond? Like, dude, you hope.
Gary Miller.
Where's my favorite ex-military infantryman? You've heard this phrase before. Hope is not a method.
Yeah. Well, the other one I like to say is take a dump in one hand and wish in the other and see which one
Who
fills
said
up
Dan
first.
Marino?
Correct. I love that one too.
I saw Washington versus the Miami Dolphins, last year, and the Dolphins fans were talking so much junk after the game. I had to be a troll, and I said, go Dolphins! Yes! It's been a long time since 1972. Yeah! Dan Marino couldn't lead us to the promised land, but Tua is. Because I didn't have any Miami or Washington gear on. You guys are haters. Gary Miller, we are actually lovers. Okay? We are actually lovers. But we just speak our mind. And Gary, who is your team? I mean, I love you. Gary, this is for you. We're the low man on the totem pole. When you're the low man on the totem pole, you can't hate on anybody. There you go. Goose 914 says Ace Ventura, pet detective. Einhorn is Finkel, and Finkel is Einhorn, and Einhorn is a man. That is an underrated football movie starring Dan Marino and Jim Carrey. Gary Miller. Yeah, we smoked the wannabe Washington no names. I agree. Dude, I was at the game. Cover
well, I would ask him how many teams did they beat with a record of above 500.
Gary Miller, man from Seoul, has a question. I love the Miami Dolphins, but just they're not a cold weather team, and Tua's not a cold weather quarterback. What about Josh Allen? Is Josh Allen? Is he the next Phillip Rivers, or is Justin Herbert the next Phillip Rivers? Just asking. Haters hurt people. Clowns. And the Granite 617's getting fired up. Moose 914, you guys are diehards of sports. Amen, Goose 914. Yeah, you're correct. Gary Miller, we love you. We love Miami. Dude, I'm all about the U. I'm going to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. I like Miami. I like your head coach, Coach Mike McDaniels. Jay Freeman. The Golden Child Adventures. We're working on something. We rebuilding in Washington. Lydell, guess who hit me up?
Who?
My friend that coaches in Germany, and the defensive coordinator is named Brandon Noble. Brandon Noble is from Virginia Beach and played at Penn State and in the NFL. He's a nose guard. Gary Miller said yes. I'm all, dude, I love the Miami Hurricane, and the Miami Dolphins got the best uniforms in the NFL. I mean,
hey, Brandon Noble. Hey, Brandon Noble was a good defensive tackle for Penn State University back in the day.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Jay Freeman, the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. Miss me with that blank, y'all trash. Hey, Gary Miller, thank you very much. I appreciate you commenting. Dude, I'm not hating on the Miami Dolphins, but, I mean, it's been a long time since 1972. I'm a Washington Redskin fan, and the only thing worse than being a Washington Redskin fan is being a Miami Dolphins fan. It was 1972. I was born in 78. Jay Freeman, the Golden Child, Texas. Texans fan here. What up with the backwards Diggs jersey? $14.95 when I went to go see Coach Jim McNally. $14.95, and Diggs is playing, and I got this for $15 at the stadium. Trash. Gator, people in that chat. Double tap that screen and show some love. It's free. 162 people in here and 5 likes. Come on, let's go. Hey, like the stream. In the Granite 617, Patriots for life. Uh-oh. Patriots for life. No more Bill Belichick. He is dating Bailey Zappi's sister. Not much of a fan if you can't call them their name. Yes. The Washington Redskins. Golden Child Adventures. It's all good, fam. We got to start somewhere. Hey, in the Granite 617, Gator, absolutely. Here we go. State Champ 23. Lions for life. Coach Jay Freeman, how do you feel about the Detroit Lions? The Detroit Lions. It's like Christmas today. Everybody's gonna win the Super Bowl. Everybody's fired up.
Hey, it's so funny you say this, and I gotta tell you, I'm sorry, you guys, I was a little bit quiet because I was trying to get that coffee. You know what I mean? You gotta get that coffee.
Like the stream, y'all. Like the stream.
Hey, so listen, I don't want to change the subject from Detroit. I want to go back to Detroit. But I want to say I really enjoyed Paul's take this morning. And the reason why is because a lot of people are on the Houston Texan bandwagon. They see the success they had last year, and they see the wide receiver room at Houston, and they see the young quarterback, and they say, well, wait a minute. Don't we got Joe Mixon in here from Cincinnati? That guy can run the rock a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And we got this tight end. We got these receivers. We got the quarterback. We got the coach, the former player. We're ready to go. But I think it's fantastic what Paul said, you guys.
Yeah, Gary Miller.
Paul.
Gary Miller, I would check in the Granite 617's YouTube page before you start calling them names. Yeah. Check what you're getting into, Gary Miller. But thank you, brother. I appreciate you commenting. But I'm just letting you know, because In the Granite will be coming on here in a minute. All right. Thank you. Texas, Danielle Hunter, Gary Miller, y'all accepted everything from Miami. Y'all copied everything from Miami. Didn't Miami copy everything from the San Francisco 49ers? Aren't they running the same stuff? Who's better, Brock Purdy or Tua? Who is better, the San Francisco 49ers, Mr. Irrelevant, or Tua? Hold on, I got to get my Tua poster. Because y'all think we're haters. We're not haters, we're lovers. We love it, dude.
Hey, but Troy Taylor, what I was going to say is that Paul is right on the money about how the Chicago Bears have been building that team. They got the defense up to snuff. They got the wide receiver room is overflowing, and now they got the quarterback. And I think the people in Chicago are excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the people in Houston are excited too.
Don't forget they got a running back to lean on. And again, the only thing, I mean, I like Houston. I like Stroud what he did last year. But dude, when this is the National Football League. Well, when people get a whole offseason to break down tape on your quarterback, things change a little bit. There was not much to go on. And now they got the book on them. So can you beat the book? Because these guys that get paid to be defense coordinators don't get paid for no reason. They do their homework.
Well,
you gotta outbox the box.
Look what they did to Jalen Hurts at the end of the year.
Yes.
I mean,
matter of fact, it's how ironic is it that both of the Philadelphia's ex-assistant coaches beat Philly? I mean, just beat them down. Two teams that weren't playoff teams.
Slap yourself. Wake the F up. Gary Miller said Marino's number is retired. Give Tua the 13. Texas Repo, Houston, Texas, Danielle Hunter. Man, everybody's fired up. The NFL is back. The Hall of Fame game. The NFL returns tonight, 8 p.m. on ESPN. The Chicago Bears, the Houston Texans, Crystal Ball Paul, Justin Medley, the Terminator. Tell them the facts, Sports Center. Tell them the facts. Jay Freeman, what are you thinking?
Oh, man. Hey, the other thing I really like is this. I like what Paul just said a lot is, and I know Coach Troy Taylor's been in these rooms before. What Paul just said about coordinators earn their money is true. When you're around a bunch of football coaches, there's the position, most of the time, there's the position coaches and then there's the coordinators. And the coordinators are the sharpest pencil in the room. And those guys are brilliant, they're dedicated, and they're also obsessed. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And I agree. The one thing I'll say about CJ Stroud, you guys, and you guys say I come
Texas
from long.
Repo. Texas Repo says, so you're saying Stroud's going to have a sophomore slump? Stargrove, welcome back. This is for you, Stargrove. He helped me find The Rock's house yesterday. You are the best, Stargrove, from Ohio. Peter said Tua was better in college. He's fallen off in the NFL for the Miami Dolphins, just like Tebow did. Uh-oh. And that's coming from a diehard Gator fan. Gator.
Tebow.
You're comparing Tua to Tebow. Uh-oh. People are going to get upset. Tua and Tebow kind of sound alike. Jay Freeman, what's on your mind?
Those guys couldn't be any more different. Those guys are completely different people, right? I mean, one kid's an option runner with a jump pass, and he's a missionary skid, and the other guy is a touch passer who creates. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't have more option quarterbacks.
Coach Jay Freeman, Gary Miller, who is new to Totem Pole, says, Coach Jay Freeman, you are a great voice for the game.
Wow.
You are a great voice for the game. Gary Miller, You give my friend props, that makes me happy. You called us haters earlier, but really not. We're lovers. We're the low man on the totem pole. We're just having fun, dude. We're just speaking our mind, and sometimes it might be a little extreme. But hey, it's all fun. Gary, dude, we're better than ESPN and we're better than Barstool because we're real. We're not being paid to say this. We're not being paid to state someone else's opinion. Coach Jay Freeman has the #1 Facebook group in the world called The Line Play Brotherhood. It's 100,000 coaches. The man is a mastermind of line play. This is the first time. Gary Miller, you always remember your first time. I can remember my first time 10 times. Yes. Because if she tells you she's never done this before, that's a lie. Justin Medley, most definitely, Coach Jay is the man. Gary Miller said he will subscribe. This is for you, Gary Miller. Why is he wearing a jersey backwards? Well, there's something called an algorithm, and YouTube can read. And when I wear Diggs 14, it sends all the Buffalo people and all the Houston Texans people here. And I want everybody to know this is a Diggs jersey for $14.95. I got this for $15 at Highmark Stadium when I went to go see Coach Jim McNally. And I like crisscross, totally crossed out, jump. I'm bringing it back. Gator, welcome in, Gary. Grab a chair, sit down and relax and watch my guys go. Gary Miller, thanks, Gator. Welcome to Totem Pole. Totem Pole Nation. We are the low man on the totem pole. We're a group of like-minded people that want to be successful, help others, change lives, build champions, do what's right, do your best, treat people how you want to be treated, work hard, play hard, take care of each other. Barstool says they're the common man. We can't even get in the bar. They wouldn't let us in the bar and give us a stool. That's why we are Totem Pole. We are the low man on the totem pole. But as Coach Jay Freeman knows, the low man in football always wins.
That's right. It's all about leverage.
The low man always wins.
Hey,
the low man always wins. Totem pole.
Hey, how about this? This? You're not taking a limo to the interview. You're not taking a limo to the practice. You're not driving a big old SUV with a bunch of security. You're taking the city bus to the thing. The city bus is taking you. You're riding with the peeps, man. You're riding with the fellas.
I ride on the bus that's free. I ride on the Greyhound. I hang out with the people that hang out at the Greyhound in the Metro bus station. Leverage your balance in the Granite says Totem Pole Nation is low-key a good name. Wow. We're Totem Pole Sports, but then we started getting bigger than sports, so we became Totem Pole Nation. Because I like to go to yard sales and find Mayweather gloves and Marvin Hagler and Mike Tyson. Fun. Go, Pack, go. Gary Miller says laugh out loud. Green Bay Packers. Coach, Man from Soul. Crystal Ball Paul. What does your crystal ball say? I'm getting ready to go on a Greyhound bus in a few days. Well, Gary Miller, you must have found some like-minded people because we ride the Greyhound and I can't even get on an Amtrak. I'll throw up. But what does your crystal ball say, Paul, about the Green Bay Packers and Jared Love?
I think they make the next step. Again, that's another team. Again, another organization that builds the roster correctly. I mean, and again, everyone wants to win every year, but they'll take winning one every 10 years. And what I like about the Packers is, the coach is very underrated. He didn't get a shot at being, he didn't get a shot at being known because it was all about Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers, as veteran as he was, how are you going to take to a coach who's literally younger than you. I mean, so Rodgers was allowed to do his own thing. Coach had a chance to come in and had 4 years to work with Jordan Love. 4 years. They built a relationship. He's a young guy. He obviously believes in his coach and wants to be there because they spent time together. And that's why there's going to be another rise of the Green Bay Packers. Again, young and talented on both sides of the ball. Skill positions, very talented on the back end and at receiver. And then you bring in Josh Jacobs to solidify the running game. Their glide path is on the way up. And don't let them sneak around in the playoffs and be hanging around, or do not let them get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Do not do that.
Blastwave D King says Green Bay breeds quarterbacks. Blastwave D King says Jay Freeman, what do you think on the Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen for MVP? I think that if the Buffalo Bills win the AFC East, are they in the East or the North division? Everyone will go crazy and say he had carried them. Josh Allen, will he be the same without Stephon Diggs?
Well, whenever you lose somebody like that, it's a huge loss. But again, that's what GMs and personnel departments and coaches and scouts are all about. Is they're always in the process of trying to replace someone and give someone similar weapons. Think about when Brady lost Wes Welker. Who did he bring in there, right? Another little quick fella who had maybe better results, right? And so I think, yeah, it's easy to say, oh my God, where production's going to fall off. We're not going to be the same. But, to me, like Josh Allen is the magician. You know what I mean? Like he's the guy that can create with his feet, create with his hands. They got a great left tackle. They got some really good pieces still. I don't see them.
Hey, hold on. I got to say this. Bronson says, great quality audio, fellas. What a joke. Bronson, we're the low man on the totem pole. Great quality photo in your profile pic. But welcome to Totem Pole. Your picture shows that you fit in with us. We're the low man in the totem pole. Gary Miller says, cheers, gents. It's all in love, football. When you play, you're always brothers for life. Blastwave D King. AFC East should be one of the best divisions compared to Chiefs AFC West. Blastwave D King said, I think he's better. He no longer has a validated elite wide receiver. I believe that with a bunch of solid guys, he won't force feed. Bronson, loved our audio. Thank you very much, man. We have a professional producer that we pay $1,000 a show, and he does a great job.
Coach, I thought my audio was better today.
You sound wonderful. It's Crystal Ball Paul's audio and mine. Who win in the Olympics?
Who cares?
I think the NFL is going to win because does anybody really care about the Olympics? I think the Olympics is just to make the world care about basketball, NBA, and the NFL.
Well, I think those ladies that watch The View might tune into it.
Okay, well, that's good. I'd love to go on The View, because I have similar views as them. Well, my fault. I'm not paid for my view. Yeah, Shaboy says, who they think are going to beat them Bengals, or is it who they think are going to beat them Saints? In the granite Olympics, never again. Gator said Gary. Victor says hi. So we got Picklebrew, we got Shabui and Victor in here. Y'all are all new. This is Totem Pole Nation. We're the low man on the totem pole. This is for you. Shabui says Bengals. And the only thing that concerns me is that coming off an injury, Joe Burrow, who I'm a huge Joe Burrow fan, when he was asked by the New England Patriots and The legendary Ernie Adams. What's his number one football memory? It was playing linebacker in the state championship in Ohio. But he's coming off a serious injury. He's got his hair dyed. He looks like a mixture between Eminem and Macaulay Culkin. Dude, I love Joe Burrow. I think if Joe Burrow stays healthy, they got a chance to make a run at a championship. Gary Miller, Gator, same to you, brother. Stay safe. Jay Freeman, and which one is that? Is that the baby or is that the mama? Man from Seoul, Jay Freeman. Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. Zach Taylor. Is that the coach, Zach Taylor?
Yes, sir. I think so.
How do you feel about the Cincinnati Bengals?
Well, you know, sometimes my take on him ain't the same as other people's take on him. And the one guy I love, and sometimes I like to watch NFL Top 100. Do you ever like to watch that? And,
yeah, I like
the greatest players, right?
That's
and
the baby.
I was watching, is it Frederickson? Is that his name? 91, the edge for Cincinnati?
Yeah.
That guy's a killer. That guy's a motor crazy guy. And, the thing about Cincinnati is, and I don't know, Coach, you can speak to this too. Once you get to your team to a certain level, right?
Hendrickson, Shabui is coming through, said Hendrickson. Justin Medley said, that's baby boy. That's the baby coach. And Gary Miller said, love that last Burrow comment. We love you, Gary, because we're the low man on the totem pole. There ain't anybody that watches us that we don't love. He's a beast. Hendrickson is a beast. Hendrickson is cut from the same cloth as Hutchinson that plays for the Lions. They're very similar, in my opinion.
Yes.
I could be wrong.
Yes.
My opinion is worth nothing.
No, it is.
Gary, Vegas is a quarterback away from being dangerous. Okay, so what do you think about the Cincinnati Bengals, crystal ball, Paul? Then we'll get on to the Raiders.
The Raiders.
When will Mark Davis get a new haircut? That's what I want to know. But Paul, Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow, AFC, Jamar Chase. What are your thoughts on them? What's Sports Center say?
Second best team in the AFC.
Wow.
There's a 2A and 2B. My 2B is the Jets.
What about the Ravens?
They're 3.
How do you feel about that, Jay Freeman?
Yeah, I think he's pretty close to everything. The thing that's exciting to me about the Ravens is, sometimes because of who I am, what I do, I get more sucked into the line stuff. And I love the O-line coach at Ravens named Joe Alessius. Is that how you say it? I don't know how you say it the right way. But he's been there forever. And then when they put the Derrick Henry in there, with that O-line coach and that team, there's a part of me that's like, that's grimy, baby. That's grimy. It's going to be nasty. You know what I mean? So think about it. Sometimes the playoffs isn't cold weather, right? And I
want to make a comment. I want to make a comment about this. We were going to talk about the Raiders, Gary Miller, but your boy says Lamar Jackson weighing 180 pounds is questionable. Andre K says Americans are sick. Yes, you're right. You know why we're sick? Because we were made to be sick. They made us sick. They made us fight their wars. Okay, so it's your boy. Dude, quarterbacks who are bulky, quarterbacks who have too many muscles get hurt. The days of quarterbacks lifting weights and squatting 500 pounds is over with. Look at Tom Brady. Look at Lamar Jackson now. Look at CJ Stroud. Those guys got to be lean. You can't even hit the quarterback anymore. So why do they have to be big and bulky? But that's a good point. I noticed it on Lamar. Dude, Lamar looks like he doesn't lift weights anymore. And guess what? Neither did Bruce Lee. And Bruce Lee was a bad chicken. Oh, stupid nation, USA. 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 Thank you very much for trolling us. We know you're a bot. And whatever country you're from, you're probably there to cause us to create division in our own. Okay, but I bet you we protect you, or either the people that pay us to protect you, because that's how stupid we are. Most powerful nation in the world, USA. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens. Let's talk about the Raiders. We never talked about the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Hey, Raider Nation, who are you most excited to see when the first preseason game happens? Is it the little tight end from Georgia who can run his little butt off?
He's
Isn't
awesome.
his name Brock Bowers?
Yeah, he's
That's
awesome.
what everybody wants to see right there.
Howie Long in the Granite says, Howie Long. Next, we'll be going to Howie Long's house in Charlottesville. How is Crystal Ball Paul? Raiders have a lot of talent, but they don't have the number one position. And I think there's only been six Super Bowls, 3 of them by the Redskins. There's only been like 6 Super Bowls won by quarterbacks that aren't going to be Hall of Famers. So everybody talks about Andrea, bro. You're probably for some European country. You are white. Your family come from Europe. Andrea, I'm a mutt. You don't know where I come from because I don't even know where I come from. I'm the low man on the totem pole, and I don't care about all that division stuff. I rock with Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Buddhists. Come hang with me. When the homeless people don't even ask you for money on the street, they give me stuff. I don't pick sides. I love who loves me. I don't care what color you are or what country you're from. In the Granite, Charlestown's own 1 square mile of terror. Truth. Too bad Steelers winning it all. Yep, no quarterback. Andrea, 50% of Americans think chocolate milk comes from brown cows. Yes, we do. We love our brown cows and we love our white cows. And we love our brown cows that make the chocolate milk, and we love the white cows that make the regular milk. So thank you very much for that. And we love our wild turkeys, and we love our trained turkeys, and we know the wild turkeys make the best wild turkey. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Too bad the Steelers won it all. Truth. Didn't the Steelers fight each other? I mean, I'm not opposed to any fights. I don't like fighting my teammates. I like fighting other teams. Frogman jump, bro on crack. Frogman, I'm feeling froggy, and you won't jump. Yeah, you won't jump. You hide behind a computer. You frogman. You ain't no frogman, because I know who the frogmen are. You can't call yourself a frogman. Shabooey, Steelers. Laugh out loud, Janice. Almost all North Americans have European settlers as ancestors. Yes, we do. Truth. We got Russell and Fields, which is way better than Pickett last year. Pickett did all right. Andrea. Okay, Andrea, I'm going to stop reading your comments. Thank you very much, because you had nothing to do with sports. If you want to talk about the Americans and this and that, I'll give you my phone number. Call me up. You probably CIA. In the Granite, 60% Irish. Frogman, I'm on my phone taking a blank. They're very good. Hey,
Yeah.
make sure you wash your hands and wipe your phone. You're the reason COVID spread. In the Granite 617, no blank, clown. Coach Jay Freeman, you're smiling.
Yeah.
I love the trolls. I love the trolls. You're bots. Y'all aren't even real people. Y'all are there to create division amongst our country. And that's why we're the low man on the totem pole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, don't you think that when you start doing things the right way and you start kind of hitting those high notes, that's when the trolls come out. The trolls come out when you're taking that status quo, you're taking that
Shabooey said
normal.
division is not welcome. Amen to that. Amen. In the Granite 617 said go to his YouTube page. So what's your thoughts on the Eagles this year with Kay Moore and Vic Fangio in control with offense and defense? Dude, the Eagles better win, because that owner, he don't play. He fires coaches like I change underwear. Make sure you wash your phone and wipe your hands after dropping a deuce. No racist douches. Trump, oh, here we go. The trolls are out. Trump 2024. Someone in here just put Trump 24. Somebody put, what's her name? Harris 2024. Okay, yeah. All politicians are puppets. All politicians are pro wrestlers. They don't care about us. Guess what? These NFL teams don't care about us. We're the only ones that cry when they lose. All of them getting paid. Bill's going to go down this season. Diggs, let's go Buffalo Bills. Been going downhill these past years. Make common sense again. Yes. Common sense is not common. If you need common sense, this is not the place for you. We have no common sense. We don't have no sense. Corona cleaned some trash out. Wow. Bills will have a heavy running scheme offense. Shabui. It may just be successful from it. Trouble Hunter, I'm new to the channel. Did the fellow wearing the Bills jersey lose a bet on the last video or something? No. I went to go see Jim McNally, my mentor, and I went to Highmark Stadium, and they had this jersey for $14.95. $14.95? They had a T-shirt for $40. In the granite, common sense. Let's see here. Hold on. I'm going to remove Paul's screen. He can come back later. In the granite, common sense, amen. Nice morning snack, Coach Freeman. Coconut milk, question mark. Wow, that's a deal. Yeah, dude. $14.95 for an NFL jersey. And it was a double X. I was like, I got to get this. Like,
hey, they couldn't give away the Russell Wilson jersey when he left Seattle.
Oh, Daniel's got a good question. Explain to me why Giants spend $82 million guaranteed on Jones, yet can't keep Barkley. Because this is a quarterback league, and the kid played well that season. I was at the game when the Giants beat the Redskins, and the referees cheated. Dude, there's no way they never call a receiver for being ineligible or being on the ball or off the ball in the NFL. They're all on the ball. And they gave the Giants the win so they could make the playoffs, and they paid Daniel Jones a lot of money. He's huge. Daniel Jones is a big human being. And wasn't he hurt last season? So, dude, that's the thing about the NFL. You're good one season, and then your record and your schedule the next year makes you bad. So Daniel Jones can play football, but is he elite? I mean, dude, it's either you sign him or you got nobody. Stupid long-haired liberal. Okay, great job. Keep commenting, Andresia. Thank you very much for commenting. I don't get into that conservative and liberal. I believe what I believe, and you don't have to believe what I believe, and it don't matter. It's okay. We have the First Amendment in this country. Frogman, what is this live about? It's about the Frogman. I'm feeling froggy. Do you want to jump? David, Raiders, baby. Daniel Grossberg, you're new. Daniel Grossberg, this is for you. Daniel says his best and only good season, he still went on an 8-game streak where he went 1-6-1 on his only good season. The Giants were good that year because they had a great defense and they ran the ball with Saquon Barkley, and Daniel Jones was able to facilitate the ball. They really didn't have any receivers. They had that little small guy, but, dude, they were not talented at the receiver position. Do you know the difference between – no, I ain't getting into all that. Frogman jump, ha-ha. Yeah, I'm glad I made you laugh. You know, I'm a funny guy. I'm a joke. No politics. Y'all can comment all you want. We love it. This is NFL. The NFL is back. All the time, broski. I buy stock in Goya coconut milk. I drink almost 2 cartons a day. David Castillo says Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year, incoming. The NFL is back, Coach. ESPN, ABC, 8 p.m. tonight. The Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, not playing, versus the Houston Texans and CJ Stroud. Are you excited about tonight, and will you be on the live stream? We got Trouble Hunter. No, it's a great jersey, but in my opinion, a Buffalo Bills Diggs jersey post-Texans signing is like a gravestone for Buffalo contention aspirations for at least 2 years. Here's what I believe. True fans don't care about the name on the back of the jersey because the names on the back of the jersey always change. When it says George Halas's initials on the side, That don't ever change. The name on
GSH, baby. GSH on the side.
Why do you
George
think they had
Stanley.
single-digit numbers for skill players? So they could sell more jerseys.
That's right.
The NFL stands for not for long, y'all. It doesn't matter whose name's on the jersey. It's still the team and the number. They will take the name off. Get a seam ripper. Go ahead, Coach.
Totem Pole Nation and Troy Taylor. You know what I love the best about preseason games? We get so excited when we see the starters. We get so excited when we see the high draft picks. But for me, and maybe like you too, Troy Taylor, I like it at the end. I like it in the fourth quarter. I like it late in the game when the guys that are playing will probably not make the final roster. And those guys are fighting for their dreams. They're fighting for their childhood 5-year-old dreams that they learned and they believed when they were little kids in the playground, in the Little League football field. That's where they're playing for in the fourth quarter tonight because they're not promised tomorrow. They don't have a big old contract. They know that they're 2 cuts away from being a practice squad player and going back and selling insurance. Am I right?
Yeah.
I.e. Victor Cruz.
Victor Cruz Jr. FX says, yeah. FX, you're new. Welcome to Totem Pole. Stargrove said tonight's NFL live stream of the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans live on Totem Pole Nation. Subscribe at 7:30 p.m. is going to be fire. In the Granite says fire. And Gigi says, do you know the difference between chocolate and people? You can still buy dark chocolate. Ha ha. FX, your beard is fire. FX, your beard is fire. Coach Jay Freeman spitting facts. Tonight, 7:30 p.m. This is Life Lessons Podcast. The NFL returns. The Hall of Fame game. The Chicago Bears versus the Houston Texans. Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud, quarterbacks. Who's better, Crystal Ball Paul? Who's better in 10 years? Caleb Williams or C.J. Stroud? What does your crystal ball say?
That's kind of tough.
Well, I don't know if that was intentional or not. Shabui, you're new to Totem Pole Nation. We are the low man on the totem pole. Shabui, this is for you. Hello, Crystal Ball Paul.
That's tough.
That's tough. Let's see what they say.
I mean, I don't even want to answer that question.
Fly Eagles Fly says C.J. Stroud, no doubt, he's special. Fly Eagles Fly, you are new. The Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts, you are new to Totem Pole. This is for you. Fly Eagles Fly.
How can you say? What if Caleb?
Say it again, Paul. Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears, C.J. Stroud, Houston Texans. Who's going to be better?
What if he turns into the NFC Mahomes? I mean, did anyone say when Mahomes got drafted he was going to be special? Like, come on.
Stroud because Caleb haven't played a single NFL game. X, you're new, Doc Man. X got it bouncing in here. Bouncing in. So you're saying that you're not going to call it Crystal Ball, Paul? No. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it C.J. Stroud. Dad's in prison still. C.J. Stroud, not highly recruited. C.J. Stroud, chip on his shoulder. C.J. Stroud lived in the shadow of Bryce Young in California. C.J. Stroud went number 2 overall. C.J. Stroud, when Tom Brady talks, he writes it down and he puts it in the memory bank. Trouble Hunter. Caleb hadn't played a single game last year. Trouble Hunter, you are new. Welcome to Totem Pole Nation. Jabui, I feel Caleb Williams allows his emotions to get the better of him. I totally agree. Quarterback is like playing corner. Playing quarterback's like being a pitcher. Dude, when you get a dinger hit off of you, you better have a short memory. All right, Shabui, David Carrillo. Who's going to take second place in the AFC West? Raiders, Chargers, or Bronco? This is for you. I like this question. Andrea says, who's more talented, Taylor Swift or LeBron James? LeBron James, Taylor Swift can't even sing. Huh? Yeah. David Carrillo, who's going to take second place in the AFC West? Raiders, Chargers, or Broncos? Coach Jay Freeman.
Yeah, that's a good question because we've got some change and momentum in all three of those teams. There's a part of me just because of Harbaugh that almost wants to pull in that direction. Because, like Herbert is a talented kid. And, like Harbaugh, listen, Harbaugh is a winner in this league. He was a winner as a player. He was a winner in college. And he's now, as a player and a coach. And now he's back in the NFL. And you talked about CJ Stroud taking notes from Tom Brady. I think that Harbaugh has been taking notes for a long time. First from his dad, then from Bo Schembechler, right? And then as the quarterback, and then every time he makes a mistake, every time something doesn't work, he goes back in the program and he keeps trying to find a better way. And I don't know. I'm saying I wouldn't sleep on Harbaugh. I wouldn't sleep on the Chargers. What do you guys think? Paul, what's your opinion?
Honestly, I just wouldn't have.
The GOAT.
Look, man, it's going to be tough sledding. I'm not even I can't go out on a limb and say these guys are going to him or the coach in Denver are going to chase down Mahomes at any point. Sean Payton, but it's just sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's just what it is. And if Mahomes pulls off a Brady and never gives up the division for 10 years, what can Harbaugh and Payton do about that?
Not much.
Not much. You can't do. Long as Andy Reid and Mahomes are there, they don't need Kelsey. Kelsey can retire. They'll find someone else. Dude, we've seen this movie before. And again, it ends badly for every coach. Rex Ryan for the Jets. Everyone who tried to say, I'm going to come into the NFC East and I'm going to change things around. So sometimes it's just you can't. You just can't. And this doesn't mean that Harbaugh or Payton are not good coaches and they don't know how they can't beat Reid. Dude, like the GOAT just said earlier this week, he goes, you know what? I'm just going to start betting follow the quarterback every weekend. If you do that, I think you can win money.
Hey.
Bet the quarterback. Whoever's got the best quarterback.
So smart. Hey, and at lower levels of football, hey, let's be real now. Let's be real. How many times do we say that the best quarterback wins the game? How many times? Because all things being equal, I have a good defense. I have a good O-line. I got some talented receivers. I got a hard running back. What's the difference maker when it's third and long and it's nut cutting time and the game's on the line? Can you find the tight windows? Can you find the tight windows? Can you throw the ball with accuracy? Can you stand in there and get hit underneath the chin and complete the deep ball? Right? How about this? How about when you get yourself knocked down and you throw a bad ball and you make a mistake, like Coach said, can you dust yourself off, clear your memory, think about the next play, and go to work? Right? Who's going to follow that leader? Who's going to follow that man for the victory? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I like it when the Randy Goat comes around because you know what, man? You know something's going to happen. The Randy Goat is getting after it.
He's a goat.
Man, I tell you what, Paul. Hey, I was telling Coach, I'm more excited this year than ever before because I get to listen to y'all. I get to bounce stuff off of y'all, man.
Yeah, it's my first time too, dude. It's the first for a lot of us, so it's gonna be again. That's why I have the same reason for excitement, same reason because I'm gonna really have to pace myself and make sure I get some rest because it is gonna be non-stop. High school, college, football, dude. We're going to have to take a 2-week vacation when this is all said and done and just shut it down for a minute.
Football game is war. One on the line of scrimmage. NFL football is one on the line of scrimmage. Trouble Hunter, Pickett is very young quarterback to sit behind Hurts and compete under Jalen getting hot in the same way it got hot for Wentz. And is that too much of a stretch? No. They didn't bring Kenny Pickett in there not to play because they saw how Jalen Hurts played in the playoffs. He can't handle pressure. They blitzed every play, cover zero. The Buccaneers said during his rookie season, he can't read a defense. Why do you think they put Tua? Why do you think Nick Saban made this decision against Kirby Smart and put Tua in there to win this game? Devontae Smith, he ran a wheel route against cover 2 and he threw it in the turkey hole. I mean, this deal makes me go like this. It makes my head spin, you know? So Pickett is going to be the starting quarterback for the Eagles eventually. Gators, same here, man, from Soul and Coach Freeman. Football season is going to be lit this year with you guys at Totem Pole Nation. The GOAT. The GOAT will be live streaming. In the Granite Brotherhood. Facts in the Granite says, Gator, you the man, my brother. Coach Jay Freeman. It's Christmas Day.
Woo!
It's football season. Everybody's going to win the Super Bowl. Yay! Everybody's team's going to win the Super Bowl today.
Hey, whenever the GOAT hits the exorcist head turn, you know it's going to be a good day, man. Woo! Let's go! The Randy GOAT is getting that head involved. Let's get after it. Why do we love a day like today? Because in sports, hope springs eternal. Hope springs eternal in sports. With every time the first game occurs, everybody says, dang, we have hope. I can't wait to see what that draft pick looks like. I love that kid in college. Now we got him on our team. I bet he's going to be a hell of an upgrade. Or somebody's bitching and complaining. That dumbass front office, they let my favorite player go to our rival. Oh, my God. You know what I mean? But what happens? Hey, we love football.
NFL.
America loves football. It's
Zach's
not
Chill
golf.
Channel.
It's not
Zach's
tennis,
Chill
bro.
Channel.
It's
Let's
football.
Zach's Chill Channel. This is from you, from the GOAT. Shabui said we got his attention. I am subscribed. Thank you very much. We will be back here. We're going to keep going. This is going to be a 4-hour stream today. All right, because y'all are killing it, man. Thanks for the sub, Shabui. Welcome to the family. Crystal Ball Paul, the NFL is back. The NFL returns tonight. The Hall of Fame game on ABC, ESPN, Totem Pole Nation. The GOAT will be here, 7:30. Trouble Hunter says, if the Eagles collapse, they've already collapsed. They collapsed this season. It's Cowboys division to lose. No way. It's the Commanders, baby. The Commanders with Randall Cunningham at quarterback. Dak's probably not getting paid before week 1 starts. He's not getting a contract, bro. They're getting rid of him. His performance this year in January will dictate his market and the head coach. Shabui says, thank you. Zach Ryan says, game time, baby. San Francisco 49ers about to run this blank. Ha, ha, ha. Poor Dak, Shabui said. Zach Ryan, this is for you. ESPN, Barstool, Sports Junkies, Coach Goat, Coach Freeman, Crystal Ball Paul, Totem Pole Nation is coming for your spot. You guys have slept on the people. You guys have slept on the common man.
Woo!
Coach Goat is here. Now Coach Bald and Coach Goat and Coach Freeman and Crystal Ball Paul. We're like Voltron. We come together and we make Totem Pole Nation, and the NFL is back, Coach Bald.
Hold on,
Coach,
hold on. Are we the car version of Voltron or the Lions?
we're the actual lions that come together. I might just go buy a Voltron from Oddballs today. But this is going to be a 4-hour stream. Coach Freeman, how long can you go today? NFL is back.
Coach, I can go till we start weights and lifting, which is at 11
many
o'clock
hours?
your time. I should be fine.
How many hours is that from now?
About 2.
2 hours. We are killing it. The NFL returns. Coach Bald is having some technical difficulties. Crystal Ball Paul is out on the golf course. Coach Jay Freeman, the NFL returns tonight. Your Facebook group, the Line Play Brotherhood, 100,000 subs. Go on Facebook and subscribe to Coach's The Line Play Brotherhood. We will be streaming tonight's game to that site. Coach Ball, did you pay your Wi-Fi? Or is this a Pinellas County conspiracy? This is
St. Pete, rejuvenate. Let's go.
Coach Jay Freeman, how do you feel about the NFL returning?
Guys, I'm so happy. I feel so excited. And the reason why is not because, like, I'm not a fan like some people are a fan. Some people, man, they bleed their team's colors. That's not me. I'm a fan of football. Excuse me. I just love football. And like I said, my favorite part of these games is when it doesn't matter, when it's in the fourth quarter and they're no-name dudes and they're playing for their life. They're playing for their dream. You know what I mean? That, to me, is deeper than, the starters and all that kind of stuff.
Andrew.
Hey, what's up, Coach Bald?
Andrew say, why should Commanders win the NFC East? Give us a break. We got Randall Cunningham. We got Randall Cunningham, man. We got Dan Quinn. We're winning the NFC East. Coach Goat, mark it down. Andrew, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. Our president is here, the CEO, Coach Ball.
Hey, I got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, Totem Pole Nation. Tampa Bay Buccaneer Tristan Wirfs, the best offensive lineman in the league, just signed a 5-year, $140 million extension, making him the highest paid offensive linemen in the National Football League.
That's right.
Woo!
That's
Good
awesome.
morning,
Kansas
gentlemen.
football.
Good morning,
Shaboom
Totem Pole
says
Nation.
Washington Commanders is my sleeper pick. Coach Bald, tell us what you think about the NFL returning tonight, the Hall of Fame game on ESPN, ABC, 8 p.m., Totem Pole Nation live stream, 7:30 p.m. Totem Pole Nation will be in the house. Coach Goat, Coach Freeman, Coach Bald, Crystal Ball Paul. We will see the return of Lambeau Calrissian.
Yes. Yes.
Gator
We are
says, yes,
back.
sir, let's go. I heard about that, Coach Bald, but I wanted to hear that from you.
Yes,
So, Coach
sir.
Bald, how do you feel about
Hey.
Totem Pole Nation and about – it's like, what is that Marvel movie when they all came together?
Avengers.
It's like the
Yeah.
Avengers. We are like
Hey.
the Avengers. We are like Voltron, the team that you have assembled, Coach Bald. Talk about the return of the NFL, Chicago Bears, and the Houston Texans, and the NFL returns tonight.
Hey, man, everybody's been waiting since February for this. So we finally got some football. Make sure you tune in live because we're going to be here. We're going to be live streaming. We're excited. We love football. It doesn't matter if it's little league, middle school, high school, college, Division III, Division I, Division II, NIA. It does not matter. If it's football, we love it. I've been watching a lot of rugby here lately just because it reminds me of what? Football.
Football.
It's the sport of king, better than a diamond ring, and that's why I'm here to say football.
Sing it,
Football.
Goldie Hawn. Sing it.
Football is a lot of
Woo!
fun.
Wildcats, baby. Wildcats. If you ain't seen that movie, scroll back into time. Scroll back into time. Maybe
Ugly.
Wesley
You're
Snipes'
ugly.
first
Your mama
movie.
say you ugly.
You ugly. You ugly.
Yeah.
My
Ugly.
mama say me ugly. Hey,
Why you ain't got no alibi? You ugly. You ugly. Your mama say you ugly.
Fly, Eagle, fly.
Nah.
Hey.
I'm going
Hey.
to check in a little bit, but I
Hey.
love you guys. I love you, Totem Pole Nation. Keep it up. I'm going to jump on here in a
Hey.
little bit later. I got to handle some stuff.
Hey.
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 Arr.
I got a comment to make, and I both of y'all need to chime in on this one because I heard something earlier and we passed it over, but Coach Ball just got me thinking about something, okay? And I gotta ask. Okay, I gotta get outside to ask this question. Coach Ball just said Tristan Wirfs, one of my favorite men from Iowa, just signed a big time contract. He probably is making the same money that Baker Mayfield's making because he signed 3 years, $100 million. My question to you, the two of you, is this: would you rather have Baker Mayfield and Tristan Wirfs as your left tackle, or Pat Mahomes and a guy that has no name on his shirt playing left tackle in Kansas City?
Kansas City, because they won 3 Super Bowls.
Because it goes back to the conversation, because somebody put in the chat, they said the offense is built around the offensive line. No, it's not. Not in the NFL. It's the quarterback.
Fly, Eagles,
It
fly.
is the QB.
We got a lot of comments, man. Fly, Eagles, fly. Nah, I believe Hurts is going to ball out this year with Kalen Moore offense last year. Sirianni ran
Okay,
a bad
now Kalen Moore is a hero because he's in Philly, but in Dallas they just crushed him. Come
Now
on,
we're using the middle of the field with motion MVP consideration.
No,
Stargrove,
come on.
Lambeau will be providing better analysis than ESPN. Yeah, that's not very hard to do. I think Lambeau is capable of doing that. Stargrove,
listen.
he has his own opinion.
So what would y'all rather have? Because I'm telling you right now, led the league in penalties last year. Kansas City's left tackle, and they won the Super Bowl with no receivers. Because they had what?
Ferguson. What is this?
Quarterback.
Blank. In the granite, amen. Luke Jurgensen, this movie, this makes Broadway look what? Luke, thank you for commenting. Thank you for being a bot. Thank you for being a troll. I know you're paid for by the CIA and the federal government. Or is the CIA federal? No, they're not. But thank you very much for commenting. Trouble Hunter, Kalen Moore's offense? You ready to see Saquon Barkley at center? Laugh out loud, fly, Eagles, fly. Frozzy, who the F cares about American sports? Well, why do you think they have the Olympics? They have the Olympics to promote the American sports, the NBA and the NFL. Nobody cares about soccer. Nobody cares about soccer. It's all about the NFL. The NFL, American football, rules the world. Put Messi in some pads. Put Ronaldo in some pads and see what happens. They will get broke up. We will send them back to Argentina and back to Portugal. Trolls. The offense is built around a true franchise quarterback, RNH says. If you don't have a top 5 quarterback, you need a dang good line to have a chance. RNH, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. They're out this morning. Yeah, because we're actually getting.
Who's the last? Wait. Who's the last top 5 quarterback that wasn't a top 5 quarterback, won Super Bowl, man? I just think that, I mean, I'm happy for the offensive lineman getting paid, but that doesn't guarantee any W's. I mean, it just doesn't.
Well, hey, Paul, I'd like to answer your question if I can. If
Please.
you have a guy like Mahomes, you don't need a great left tackle because he'll just go create, right? He'll go make stuff happen on his own, right? But I think when you have a great left tackle, you can basically X out a great rusher, right? I mean, think about that. Like that, to me, that's what a great player does. If you're a great corner, you take away the top X receiver. If you're a great left tackle, I X out the top edge rusher. You know what I mean? And so you're able to now turn your resources and your attack onto the rest of the defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel you, Paul. Like you're like, hey, coach is getting hyped, man. Coach is saying, forget the Olympics, bro. Football's starting tonight. Hey, here's what I think. As soon as they did that weird spectacle on the first of the Olympics, I think most of America turned it off.
Yeah.
They said, heck with this, turn it off, bro.
Y'all can watch the Olympics. Please watch the Olympics. Why do you think they got 3-on-3 basketball? Why do you think they got flag football in the Olympics? Nobody watches soccer. Nobody cares about badminton. Nobody cares about wrestling.
You're right.
Rules your world. Not everyone's world is revolving around the NFL. Okay, thank you very much for subscribing and commenting.
Well, you know what's funny? Hey, if it's not revolving around the NFL, it's revolving around baseball or basketball.
My algorithm shows all kinds of content.
USA. American football. American football. Y'all got your football. We got ours. NFL's back. Chicago Bears. Houston Texans. Man, we are fired up today. Man from Soul. Man from Soul, is your camera working?
Yeah.
Totem Pole Nation.
That's a handsome dude right there.
Meow said Americans living in a original land. Meow. But we don't have a picture of a cat as our profile.
We got Coach Goat. We got Coach Goat in American football.
Yeah, I like these bots that like to create division in our country.
That's right. USA. Bears are back? I'm not sold on that. Alfred Wayne, people are saying that Caleb Williams is the next Tom Brady. I'm not saying it. I read it on the internet. Jay Freeman, do you think that Caleb Williams is the next Tom Brady?
No. And well, but it's too early to tell. But I would say this. If there's listen, Tom Brady played with some guys like Caleb Williams. And you know where they ended up? Sitting on the goddamn bench. Okay?
Woo!
All right? So listen, Tom Brady did not have a great musculature. He didn't have a rocket arm. He ran a 5.2 40, and which is one of the worst out of all the quarterbacks of all time. And they always tried to replace him at Michigan. They tried to replace him and replace him and replace him and replace him. And they
you're gonna have to
drafted.
handle the comments.
Huh?
I'm putting on my American boxing gloves.
Right? But that guy was the chip on the shoulder kind of guy with an incredible work ethic and a desire in his heart that could not be matched. And when Bob Kraft said, he looked at him like a laser beam and said, drafting me is the best decision you'll ever make. Right? I mean, you can't measure that, bro. You can't measure somebody that is living in that grimy town, bro, is living in that grimy place where all they're doing is grinding, right? All they're doing is grinding and building that thing in the dark. An overnight success is a person that's been grinding in the dark for years. Come on.
Let's go.
Hey, what has Caleb Williams done since he was a junior and won the Heisman Trophy? What has he done since he was a junior and he won the Heisman Trophy? Has he done anything? Has he done a single thing? I don't know.
USA.
I don't either.
USA. USA. Peekaboo. Ooh.
Hey, now listen, one thing we haven't talked about yet, y'all, is that drama at that the practice yesterday.
Justin Fields versus Russell Wilson. My money is on Justin Fields. Russell Wilson's a rich kid from the north side of Richmond, the West End.
Hey,
Justin
so
Fields
I want to ask Paul.
He's from Georgia. You can box all you want, Russell Wilson. You don't want none of those guys from Atlanta. You don't want none of Future. You don't want none of Justin Fields because you're from collegiate.
Hey, the last time Russell Wilson had to deal with a dude from Atlanta, he was tipping a dude at the VIP. You know what I'm saying?
He's raising Future's son. He's raising Future's son. Hey, Bobby Nizzo.
Hey, I don't want to go back in the nasty past, okay? But Paul's there and Randy Goat is there.
Coach Goat. Coach Goat.
Coach Goat.
Yes.
So listen, hey, didn't Russell Wilson have some trouble with Golden Tate before?
Yep.
Wasn't maybe
He sure
Golden Tate, maybe wasn't Golden Tate running up in there a little bit when that caused the problem a little bit?
Percy Harvin was involved in that.
Yep.
Percy Harvin's the one that beat him up. Percy Harvin is the one that beat up Golden Tate.
All right.
Yeah, he was. Well, it was Percy.
Look, I don't know. Look, until you guys can tell me how the Steelers get out of the basement of the AFC Central without somebody on another team getting hurt, there's nothing to talk about over there. We're giving them free press for no reason. We're talking about a team that's going to finish in last place. Why is that relevant?
Will Mike Tomlin be the coach of the Steelers next year, Jay Freeman?
Well, listen, if he's not, I bet there's going to be a hell of a lot of other teams ready to sign him. Because I tell you what, if I was a college program and I see that guy come available, I would run to him. I would run to sign him. But that's just me.
And he won't coach college. He won't do it.
Alfred said
Tomlin's the reason he won't do it is Tomlin won't coach college. He's not going to expose him. He's not going to expose himself to other coaches and have an opportunity to beat him and make him look pedestrian. He won't do that.
All right.
Trouble Hunter, Bears aren't making it out of the
I don't. And he
division.
won't do it. And I
Shaboy
think
says,
I think personally, I just think think he's been hiding in the NFL. He just literally they won't talk about Belichick and stuff, but Tomlin, as soon as the Roethlisberger left, what has he done?
All right. Great point. Great point.
You're hiding, but you walked into the cupboards are full. Palomalu, Ferrier, Ike Taylor, Ryan Clark. I mean, who's who on defense? Big Ben Roethlisberger. I mean,
Pouncey was there.
the Pouncey's like, dude, what? You had everything, and you didn't have to go looking. You never showed up for training camp wondering who your quarterback is. Now every year you do, and look at you. What are you doing? What are y'all doing? Coach.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that whole, that whole, he's never had a losing season. That is completely overrated, dude. Like I told you guys, if you're picking between 10 and 20 in the NFL draft, who cares? You're irrelevant. You're just
Paul and Coach Goat. I got a cliche just for what we're saying. Hey, good is the enemy of great. Good is the enemy of great. Sometimes we're so happy with just being above average that we forget that in order to be great, sometimes we got to tear it all down and start again. You agree?
correct. Yep.
The NFL is back. Trouble Hunter says Mike McCarthy, head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers 2025. RNH says Mike Tomlin pretty much only wins even with crap quarterback play. Fly Eagles fly. I'd love the Philadelphia Eagles to get Tomlin. In the Granite says, amen, Coach Paul. Alfred said, nope, Mike Tomlin is out with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why did that fight occur yesterday? Somebody said it was because Justin Fields said he's the highest paid backup in the NFL. Is that true or is that false, Paul?
That's false. Somebody hit Justin Fields late, and because he's a quarterback, the offensive lineman and stuff.
They don't like Justin Fields. That's why they hit him late. That's not a good sign, man.
Well, he was trying to give him the little business running down the field a little bit. And the DB is like, you're not going to do that. You're still a quarterback. You know what I mean? Like you're a quarterback. You're not going to run that shit on us like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
And he just look.
He hasn't earned the respect of that locker room.
Look, he just signed an extension. He just signed an extension, and he doesn't know who his quarterback is. You got two guys there. I mean, he's got a 3-year extension, and the Steeler fans, if they go 6-11, they are going to be livid. I don't even know, man, because
it's been a while. It's been a while.
I think it was a 50-50 proposition before this season. When he got the extension, I think 50% of people were mad. That's how we start this season. I think they were mad.
MK, I know you're mad. You're back in school. This is for you, MK.
MK is in the house.
MK is mad. She wanted Mike Tomlin fired last year from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, and Coach Jay Freeman, I mean, honestly, dude, you forget the first 9 games, but when your last 8 games are 6 in the AFC Central, AFC North, and a game against Kansas City at home and a game at Philly, you're not, dude. The NFL is trying to run you out of town.
No,
that is going to be a gauntlet, dude. If they go 0-8 in the last 8, none of us will be surprised. None of us.
This is for you.
Bentley is in the house.
I guess Paul and Coach Goat, I guess there's a part of you that when you've seen a coach that's a really good coach for a long time, and you've seen how he handles himself, sometimes with good leadership qualities and class, and maybe he's not like a lot of other coaches that come and go. He's had consistency, I guess there's a part of it that you don't want to see him. I don't know. I mean, maybe part of me that don't want to see him fail. You know what I mean? That would not want to see him go downhill. You know what I mean? Because Because I mean, let's be real, man. Let's be real. How many coaches in the league aren't player coaches, aren't coaches that players relate to, aren't coaches that maybe lead from the front? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of other guys that, maybe they're quarterback gurus or whatever, and they're brilliant little guys, but they don't lead the same way. And so I guess there's a part of me that knew him when he was with the Bucs and knew him on the come up, and you watch him, how he leads and how he comes across, and you say, damn, I'd like to play for a guy like that.
He's from Virginia.
And so I guess Paul and Coach Goat, maybe that's why I feel a little bit of I don't know, nostalgia, or a little bit of like, damn, that's a good man. And I don't want to necessarily see him fail.
Yeah, and again, but if you look deeper, if you listen to people like Colin Cowherd and you look deeper into that organization, one thing you'll see is, yeah, it's a bunch of rah-rah stuff to me, but I mean, where's the X's and O's? I mean, Belichick carved the Steelers up, and it really pissed off Ben Roethlisberger. They had Hogan and Edelman. That's when Gronk was hurt, and they won the AFC Championship game. Like, and Ben Roethlisberger's like, look at our roster and look at that over there. How'd they beat us? Dude,
right, I gotta say this about coaches, because we've been talking about players and we've been saying there's freakazoids, there's legacies, and there's chip on the shoulder guys. Bill Belichick is a football freakazoid. Bill Belichick is a legacy, and Bill Belichick has a chip on his shoulder. Mike Tomlin is probably just a chip on your shoulder guy. He went to William & Mary. So he's not Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is a three-tool. He is a football freakazoid, a legacy. His dad was a coach, and he's got a chip on his shoulder. So Mike Tomlin, he's not supposed to be the X's and O's guy. But he hasn't been able to pick one. Matt Canada didn't have the quarterback. Matt Canada is an offensive guru. But if you don't have the quarterback, you can't go. Paul, what do you say?
No, I agree. And again, that's the thing. That's the problem is they got masqueraded. Ben Roethlisberger put a lot of Band-Aids on Mike Tomlin's career. I'm sorry. He did.
Well, so did Tom Brady. If Belichick don't have Brady, he don't win 6 Super Bowls. I agree. Dude, the quarterback, they picked the wrong quarterback. They thought that Kenny Pickett was going to be Dan Marino, and he won't. Okay? If not, Tom.
But they're still in the business of picking.
Huh?
They're still in the business of picking, and Tomlin wanted Aaron Rodgers because he said, I don't want a rookie quarterback. And so he put the ball back in their court. So it takes all the onus off of him. I just don't. I'm not really down with that because there's a lot of things that people did. He did on the backs of others. I mean, he was given a full roster when he arrived. He didn't have to fix anything. And it just got old.
Whole lot of beans, says Spurry. That's an offensive term to us here at Totem Pole Nation. All right, I am Coach Goat. I am not a furry. I am a coach. And I am a goat. I am a goat who is a coach. Yes, the NFL is back. That's an offensive term here at Totem Pole Nation. I am a coach that is a goat, and I'm a goat who's a coach. I'm Coach Goat. Are you offended, Jay Freeman, by him calling me an offensive and derogatory name here on our channel?
Well, Coach Goat and Paul from Soul and Totem Pole Nation, hey, whole lot of beans. We don't call Coach Goat a furry. Coach Goat uses a regular commode and a regular toilet and a regular latrine. He don't use no litter box full of sand like those furries do. Coach Goat ain't worried about fornicating with other stuffed animals. He's worried about winning football games. He's worried about getting ready for NFL season start tonight.
Tonight, Totem Pole Nation, 7:30. Crystal Ball Paul. How hype are you to get on this live stream tonight? When was the last time we were together for a live stream? Was it the NBA Finals?
Correct.
So Totem Pole Nation is back. Shay Freeman, have you ever been on a live stream of a game with Totem Pole Nation? And how excited are you?
Well, the
How
only game
excited are
I've
you for
ever
this opportunity?
I'm pumped. The only game I've ever been on was watching Lambeau play NCAA college football.
NCAA college football 25. The NFL is back. The NFL returns Hall of Fame, ESPN, ABC, 8 p.m. tonight. The Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams versus the Houston Texans. Caleb Williams. Thomas Ledwick says UGA, go Dogs. University of Georgia. Kirby Smart. Hey, want to show you something there, Thomas. Remember this? Remember this play? Aloha. Cover two. When Devontae Smith runs a wheel route, that safety better be able to get over, or that corner better be sinking. All right. But I think Kirby Smart was the best coach in college football that year. He should have won it all. RNH, you're new. RNH, this is for you. RNH, you are new to Totem Pole Nation. This stream is going to set a record because the NFL is back. I've seen what having a blank coach looks like. Give me a winner and find him a quarterback. True. Gator, you're rocking those state Coach Freeman. Granite says NFL, let's effing go. Thomas Ledwick says, me too. Thomas, Kirby Smart has been the best coach in college football. They should have won the national championship. I bought this for $8 at the 100-mile yard sale. I don't even like two of that much. It's just a sweet frame poster. You like this poster, don't you? Crystal Ball Paul.
Man, I can't.
Thomas says, can't wait until the SEC. The SEC is different. Thomas, I don't know if you've ever been here before. Thomas, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. This is Coach Goat, and this is Crystal Ball Paul. Says, I cannot wait until the SEC. Jeremy says, let's go Colts. The Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, the Florida Gators of the SEC. Crystal Ball Paul, what does your crystal ball say about Anthony Richardson? Is he just a physical specimen and a combine guy? Or is he the real deal quarterback in the NFL?
I think he's going to be the real deal because, again, it's all about the match. And that guy that was in Philadelphia, he can coach offense and he can coach quarterbacks. I trust him to get him right. Shane Steichen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach Shay Freeman, how do you feel about the Indianapolis Colts and Anthony Richardson? Gator is saying Anthony Richardson will be the next Tom Brady. Oh, my gosh. Gator is saying that Anthony Richardson will be the next Tom Brady. Just give him time. Jeremy Williams says fire. Chomp, chomp. Gator, for you saying he's going to be the next Tom Brady, I got to give you a reward because that takes some cojones. I mean,
TB12?
He said he's the next TB12, and that's a huge, huge take. Not many people would say that because this is documented.
Gator is in the house.
They don't call him AR-15 for nothing. Jay Freeman, is Anthony Richardson of the Florida Gators, Anthony Richardson, quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts, is he the next Tom Brady? He's saying he's AR-15.
Well, I think if you're talking about the Indianapolis Colts, they got their own standard of excellence there, right? I mean, their last two major quarterbacks were both pretty good. One of them was called Andrew Luck, and one of them was called Peyton Manning. So before you take your comparisons down the road to Tom Brady, why don't you start in your own building at Lucas Oil Field or whatever and try to figure out,
Oil Field House.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, and so
Lucas Oil.
one thing about the Colts is, man, the Colts, I think Anthony Richardson is a great talent, right? But we have to get acclimated to the league. We have to fit ourselves into the league. And offensive coordinators have to take our talent set and let us shine, right? And he's got a special set of skills.
Thomas Ledwig said, let's go Falcons, wise up. RNA says, Richardson looks great over on the sidelines. Let's see him stay healthy and then see if he can be a guy. Fly Eagles Fly says, yes, Sechin is great at calling offense, but developing quarterbacks. Hurts was having MVP season under him. And then in the Granite says, Deflategate, L-A-M-A-O. I actually have one of the footballs from Deflategate. All right. Gator says, whether he plays his career at the Colts or somewhere else, he's the next GOAT. Wow. Gator, I have never heard you speak this confidently about something, that you have a belief in Anthony Richardson. So let's go back to RNH's comment where RNH, who was it that said the Falcons? Thomas Ledwig. Thomas, this is for you. Thank you for being a part of Totem Pole. Crystal Ball Paul, are you there? Coach
Yes,
Jay
sir.
Freeman. Well, Crystal Ball Paul, how do you feel about the Atlanta Falcons? Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix Jr., Raheem Morris, Atlanta Falcons, ATL.
Kirk Cousins. I think they'll make some noise. They got enough person over there, and I trust Raheem to get that defense going. And I mean, you're playing in a weaker division. I mean, you got the Panthers, you got Baker Mayfield, and then you got the Saints. So there's a chance there. I mean, you literally start the season literally on paper with the best quarterback, and you told me to follow the quarterback.
Hey, you talking about Hot Atlanta?
Yeah.
You talking about Hot Atlanta riding the MARTA train? Let's go, man.
Yes, sir.
That's fun, man. That's a fun town. But listen, isn't it exciting to know that if you do have a Michael Penix on the bench, that you got a Kirk Cousins on the field? Because that would excite me as a fan base. Because I would say, well, it's been an argument that Atlanta's got some of the best O-line talent in the league for about the last 3 years. Okay? Because they got some big old boys now up front. And so the interesting thing to me, and you mentioned about coach getting the defense lined out, hey, Atlanta is hungry for a winner. Yep. Atlanta has wanted a winner for a long time. And, I don't know. I thought the addition of Cousins and Penix was very smart. There's a lot of people who were booing and screaming when it happened because they're like, what in the hell? But the difference is you're getting the future ready. And the best way to get the future ready is when you don't have to step on the field right away. That's the best way.
What is the whole thing? And I can't believe the league hasn't taken this by storm, but the best time to take a quarterback is when you don't need one.
Bees Knees. Hello, Bees Knees. Welcome to Totem. In the Granite, Gator got heart, courage, Gator. Fly, Eagles fly, weak division for sure. Atlanta can move out of there. What were you saying, Paul? The best time to take a quarterback is when?
You don't need one. And that's what happened Look. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
5 years before Roethlisberger exited stage left, would the Steelers have been as smart to move up in the draft and take a quarterback when they didn't need one?
Yes.
I.e., hey, why don't you move up and take Pat Mahomes? That would have worked out well. He went number 14th overall. You couldn't give up capital to get him? Oops.
Now, on eBay, I purchased one of the Deflategate balls for $799.99. $700. As you can see here. Now, I do not blame Tom Brady for Deflategate. I blame the referees. Because as you can see, this ball is very deflated, and it is official. It says Pats on it. All right, $799 on eBay. The New England Patriots Deflategate ball. See? Do you blame the Patriots because the referees didn't enforce the rules? Sportsbook Lab. Ben was still playing at high level. That was one of the dumbest takes. Ben Roethlisberger. I thought you were about to say Ben was still playing with high school girls. But
wait a minute. Wait. That's not a dumb take. Because Alex Smith was playing at an elite level because they went to the playoffs. The last time I checked, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers were playing at an elite level when they took Love. So my take is pretty spot on. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, whoever said that, you would have loved your franchise to move up when you had a quarterback to move up to get Mahomes at 14. Whether he sat on the bench 2 or 3 years or not. So that's not that bad of a take. Come on.
In the Granite 617, the number one New England Patriots fan, Chris Slade, the legendary outside linebacker for the New England Patriots, FaceTimed in the Granite 617 yesterday because of my friend Troy Taylor. Then they filled the balls up and they beat them worse. Sportsbook Lab, our great friend. Sportsbook Lab. Sportsbook Lab, not if your quarterback is Big Ben, in my opinion. Well, wait, hold
on. Sportsbook Labs, what if your quarterback is Aaron Rodgers and you take Jordan Love?
What if your quarterback is Brett Favre?
Come on, man.
What if your quarterback is Brett Favre?
What if your quarterback is Brett Favre and you take Aaron Rodgers in the first round?
Coach Freeman walking the track. Salute. Savage. In the Granite 617 is happy for the Seattle Seahawks own Coach Freeman. Trouble Hunter says Ben not playing at a high level, 11-0 in 2020. Trouble Hunter says that Ben Roethlisberger, I'm not like Coach Belichick and like teenagers. Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, he was going to high school proms when he was 30. All right, Ben Roethlisberger. Did Ben Roethlisberger ruin Antonio Brown's career? Did Ben Roethlisberger ruin Antonio Brown's career? Antonio Brown had a chance to be the GOAT. That's coming from Coach GOAT. Did Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback ruin Antonio Brown's career? Crystal ball, Paul.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Jay Freeman says Ben Roethlisberger, quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, ruined Antonio Brown's career. You guys looking for next Patrick Mahomes, watch out for Dylan Rahal out of my Nebraska Corn Huskers. Freshman, so mistakes expected, but his skill set is awesome, and he looks a lot like him too. Antonio Brown ruined his own career in the Granite 617 says. Sportsbook Lab, the only reason Antonio Brown even had a career was because of Big Ben. Did Big Ben make Antonio Brown, or did Antonio Brown make Big Ben, Jay Freeman?
Well, I got to be real, you guys. I don't think, for me, I agree with in the Granite 617. I think Antonio Brown was in charge of his own success, and he was in charge of his own career. And I think at some point he became bigger than maybe he thought he was bigger than he was. And yeah, he's a supremely talented guy. But I certainly wouldn't blame it on Ben Roethlisberger. What do you guys think? You guys probably
Crystal ball Paul. Ben Roethlisberger, we got a lot of comments. What happens in bed doesn't affect the football field. Reference Deshaun Watson contract. Dude, I think that if they knew about Deshaun Watson's, Robert Kraft massage addiction, they wouldn't have gave him all that money. And it certainly has affected Deshaun Watson because, they won without him. In the Granite 617, Facts Sportsbook. Ben won 2 Super Bowls without AB. Laugh out loud, clown. Wow. Sportsbook Lab, dude. I know you're not make money sports bets, but we've been together for a long time, bro. And I don't think anybody's ever called anybody a clown, but it's all good. I am Coach Goat, and I'm wearing a goat head, so maybe I am a clown. Maybe you're calling me what I really am. But thank you very much for commenting. We love you, Sportsbook Lab. Should have ran off and joined the circus. In the Granite, very talented. Can't blame Big Ben.
That's right.
Deshaun Watson, Cleveland Browns. The NFL is back. ABC, ESPN, 8 p.m. tonight. Houston Texans versus Chicago Bears. Caleb Williams will be on the sidelines. His fingernails will be painted. CJ Stroud, Houston Texans. Totem Pole will be live streaming. You were saying some reckless stuff about my boy Ben. Sportsbook Lab, dude, it's all in entertainment, man. All right, it's all in entertainment, and Big Ben liked him young. Everybody knows this. This is a known fact. Him and Drake have a lot in common, and Bill Belichick. But he likes him young. If you go back, I am an old goat. Big Ben likes him young. It's, whatever. He can go to jail if he wants to. So that's not up to me. Gator, AB's off-the-field life is what ruined him. In the Granite 6, Big Ben don't care about me. Mickey Mantle don't care about you. Big Ben was an elite quarterback. Antonio Brown has no one to blame but himself. Unfortunately, when people can't look in the mirror. In the Granite 617, Gator Facts. How are you feeling about the start of football, the return of football, the Hall of Fame game? ESPN, ABC, 8 p.m. tonight. Totem Pole Nation, 7:30 p.m. Crystal Ball Paul, where are you headed? Chicago Bears, Houston, Texas, Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud. Where are you headed, Crystal Ball Paul? Jay Freeman.
Yes, sir.
What fires you up the most about the live stream tonight? Will it be Lambeau? Will it be Coach Bald? Madness? Oh, yeah, you guys are absolutely cooking today. You are the GOAT. Is Coach Old School still alive? No, he died. What time is the live stream tonight, brother? 7:30 p.m. Totem Pole Nation. Troublemaker. Facebook Live. Randy Moss Super Bowl ring 0. Antonio Brown Super Bowl rings 1. Stop AB slander. I will take a stand for Antonio Brown because Antonio Brown is the only one that will actually retweet and post Totem Pole. Antonio Brown posted Frank the Tank sending him a message. And we got 500,000 views on Twitter. So Antonio Brown, whatever you did is what you did, but you look out for Totem Pole. Ben Roethlisberger has never looked out for Totem Pole. Ben Roethlisberger has only looked out for the sophomore class of a high school in Pittsburgh. In the Granite, just the girls in the 10th grade class. In the Granite 617, love it, Coach Troy. Coach Troy will be back tomorrow. Coach Goat is here today. LFGO1, Love Savages. Brian Jones, you need TP for your bunghole. Brian Jones, that's what they told us during COVID. You actually don't. You can use a warm washcloth.
Or a coffee filter.
A coffee filter. You can use paper. You can use baby wipes. What do people, you don't have to use their toilet paper. Brian Jones, where's the white women at? They're wherever Coach Goat is. The white women, the black women, the Latina women.
That's Poppy Chuli.
They're wherever Coach Goat is. I am a coach. I am a goat. I am the goat coach. In the granite, Antonio Brown, tough times don't laugh. Tough people do. Coach Paul Medley, Crystal Ball Paul, man from Seoul, man from Atoka. Lieutenant Colonel, where are you headed?
Chemotherapy, Thursday.
What?
Chemotherapy.
Oh, is your mom in the car?
Not yet. She's making her way down the stairs.
Coach, did you?
Lab. Let me read Sportsbook Lab. Sportsbook Lab got a little upset with Coach Goat earlier. Okay? No offense, man. All right. Antonio Brown ruined his own career by leaving Ben, and his career died playing with Tom Brady. Ben is the real GOAT. Wow. You're going to get some heat for that, Sportsbook Lab, saying Big Ben Roethlisberger is better than Tom Brady. Big Ben didn't start until his senior year in high school. At least Ben didn't have to cheat to win. Wow. In the Granite 617.
I didn't see it. They're on the little chair in there.
In the Granite 617 LMAO.
I hate to leave it out my teeth.
Trouble Hunter said Big Ben did cheat because he broke the law when he dated high school girls. Gator. Warm washcloth, Coach Goat. You might well use a bidet. It doesn't have to be a warm washcloth. It can be a washcloth, but I think if it's a little warmer, it feels a little bit better and it cleans a little bit better.
Yeah, I can never figure out why they got all those low hanging water fountains everywhere.
Okay, so over the last 60 minutes, we have had 29,000 people watch this live stream.
There you go, brother. Woo-hoo!
29,000 people have watched this live stream because the NFL is back. Totem Pole Nation is back. Caleb Williams is back. CJ Stroud is back. The Hall of Fame game is back. 7:30 p.m. tonight, Totem Pole Nation. 8 p.m. ESPN, ABC, the Hall of Fame game. In the Granite, absolutely Trouble Hunter, a bidet. That sounds like Olympic talk. Howard Shotsky. Howard Shotsky. We are still streaming. We're getting 29,000 views an hour. The NFL is back.
That's Troy.
Yes. Yes.
Troy Baylor with the move.
Yes.
Hey, say good morning to that wonderful mama, that wonderful medley mama.
Hey, guys, take over the show. I got to talk to Howard. I got to mute this.
All right. Hey, how's that wonderful, beautiful medley mama doing this morning?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, I tell you what, sweetheart, when I hear your voice come over that thing those last 2 times, it sounds like music singing in my ears. You know, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like a beautiful song in my ears, just hearing you talk.
Well, good.
Well, there's your motivation for 2 extra laps on your ruck marks this morning.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, you know, I really enjoyed having all this conversation. And one of the things I was saying, Paul, is that Paul and Paul's mom is that, you know, the thing about having football come back is it's kind of like what we wait for all year. You know, I mean, no disrespect to the other sports, but it's not the same. I mean, I'd rather watch preseason football. Like, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I'd rather watch the draft than watch hockey playoffs. You know what I mean?
or regular season NBA or regular season MLB. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
not,
agree
yeah, it's not
100%.
exciting, man. And again, I mean, you're scratching a nerve with me because you know what? As an adult, it's better than Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It's funny. I'll tell my wife sometimes, I'll tell people sometimes, I'll say, to me, the NFL draft is like Christmas. To me, the college football playoff is like Christmas. I mean, it's just one of the best days of the year, you
Yes.
know? Well, so another thing that's fun on days like one thing we didn't mention, Paul, is nobody talked about the returning defensive player rookie of the year, did they? Nobody talked. He's going to play tonight too, isn't he? Will Anderson Jr. Will Anderson Jr. is going to be on that field tonight, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's I mean, yeah. And again, not a lot of talk, but I mean, I watched like defensive breakdowns last year on the with Al Antonio, that weekly show they do, man. I mean, that guy's he's a record. But he didn't get the spotlight like he should have got, man. Because Stroud played so well that he was a focal point of Houston's attention. But man, he had a heck of a rookie year, man.
Yeah,
and he can do things. He's like a baby. The guy in Dallas, 11.
Yeah, he's like a young Micah Parsons kind of, isn't he?
Yes.
I think Will may eventually be scarier than that because, he spent his whole time in the SEC. He got tutored up by Alabama coaches. And that's no disrespect. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, Micah Parsons is a heck of a player. Penn State's a heck of a program. But it's not quite the same, to my mind, as Alabama and Saban and the SEC. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Hey, you know what's a crazy fact? Is think about this. J.J. Watt has come and gone from our lives.
Yeah.
J.J. Watt has come and gone from our lives. And he never brought a championship to Houston Texans.
Nope.
All those years of dominance, all those years of just destroying offenses, no championship. Okay, Paul. Who's that great wideout from Miami Hurricanes that played for Houston Texans for a long time? You know what I'm talking about? Number 10, right? Number 10.
No.
Right?
You're talking about the guy from Clemson. But Andre Johnson was the guy from Miami. And then it was the guy from Clemson. Man, why these names are on the blank? Then he got traded to the Cardinals, and now he was a free agent and signed with the Titans. He was on the Titans last year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Yeah, but you called it right. The dude from Bernard. Yeah. But how about this? So this is what I'm saying for our perspective, brother, is both those cats, the wideout from Miami, right? What's his name again?
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson and J.J. Watt were both Houston Texans for a long time, correct? And they were dominant players.
Yep.
But they could never bring a championship to Houston.
Howard Schottky.
What's the general consensus why?
They didn't have a quarterback.
Because they didn't have an offensive tackle?
Nope. They had one of those.
Deshaun Watson's not that guy, man.
Hey, wasn't his name Larry Tunsil?
They had Bill O'Brien, one of the best coaches in the world.
But he almost climbed the mountain, man. Remember that game, the divisional round, when Deshaun Watson carved up the Chiefs and they were up like 22-0? Remember that?
Yep.
Yes, I
Everyone
remember
forgets
that.
that because they lost.
But he did not
Everyone
have
forgets.
a
A lot
massage
of people
before
forget
that
because
game.
they lost. That was the downfall of him. And then again, the downfalls. A lot of downfalls come at the hands of Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs because Baker Mayfield took his team as far as they could go. He had one throw to make, and they could have beat the Chiefs in Kansas City, and he didn't do it. And he went downhill from there.
We have a lot of comments. Gator in the granite says water on the toilet paper does work. That is known as the McNally dunk. Jim McNally. Gator in the granite says 100,000 tonight. Gator says it was a joke. You said it, so I had to play off of it. Laugh out loud. In the granite. Hello, Paul's mom. You're a sweetheart. That's coming from Boston, Massachusetts. In the granite 617 says nothing wrong with the Bud Day. Gator. Gator said, good morning, beautiful lady. Stay safe out there. You have a great son, by the way. Gator says a beautiful soul equals a beautiful song. Hunter says, I see the love for football outside of the NFL season. How about the UFL capitalizing on this market need? I love the UFL. All right, we'll get to that in a second. Coach Bald says D-Hop. Trouble Hunter says in UK. Fly Eagles Fly says, hey, y'all, let's hit that like button. Football is back, baby. The NFL is back. Sportsbook Lab says, who do we think will win tonight? Wow. Whoever gets out of there with no injuries. But I'm picking the Bears because my homeboy, Chris Beatty, I just texted him, is the wide receiver coach. Go Bears. I pick with loyalty. I pick with my heart. I don't pick with my head. I don't care if the Bears don't win. I am pulling for who texts me back. When an NFL wide receiver coach, who is your friend, when you text him and he texts you back, it is the one and only, the NFL agent of Michael Strahan, Howard Shotsky, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay, Howard.
Howard Shotsky, are you excited that the NFL is back?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
Right.
Hey, breaking news.
Go Liverpool! Liverpool soccer last night won the game.
Yay!
Hey.
Yes, I saw Howard Shotsky smile. That made my day. I see Jay Freeman smiling. Howard, how's your soccer watching going? I know you like to watch soccer.
As I start about it.
We got some bad interference.
Who do you think's going to win tonight, Jay Freeman?
I don't know. I might have to say the Chicago Bears.
Wow. The Chicago Bears will be beating the Houston Texans. In these preseason games, usually the team that is better loses in the regular season. Is that normal, Jay Freeman?
Hey, so you guys know that game called Fortnite. A lot of young kids play that Fortnite game. And sometimes sometimes they'll come up with a term called a try-hard.
Yes.
Well, we already talked about this. The starters play a series. The second teamers play a quarter. The third teamers might play a quarter. And then the backups are all tryhards. And they're all busting their butts to make the roster.
Is Caleb Williams Sportsbook Lab? And I talked to Troy Taylor, Sportsbook Lab. Troy Taylor told Coach Goat that Coach Goat needed to apologize to Sportsbook Lab, who is a great Totem Pole member. So I apologize. Coach Troy Taylor, Coach Bald called me, told me to apologize for upsetting you. And is Caleb Williams playing tonight for the Chicago Bears? Gator says Howard. Trouble Hunter says Caleb Williams might break a press on fingernail and land on IR. He should stay on the bench. Well, people are saying that Caleb Williams is better than Anthony Richardson. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry too, Coach Goat. Yeah, brother. We all love it. Look, I don't want us all to end up being friends at the end of this. I want us all to end up being brothers because brothers fight. They fight. They knock each other's teeth out. They break each other's arms. Crystal Ball Paul's brother got hit by a car, and he came to the house. Gator, yes. So, Paul, the Bears, the Chicago Bears, and the Texans. Fly Eagles Fly says, I'm going to go with the Texans. They are my sneaker team out of the AFC side. I agree, though. Teams that are better seem to lose in the preseason. So, Crystal Ball Paul, when you come back, who do you think is going to win this game? All right, right now we are at 61,000 views. I'm going to let y'all know. When we get to over 70,000 views, we're going to end the stream. So let's just go hard for the next hour or 30 minutes, however long for us to break the record on Totem Pole.
Coach Taylor, I lost your audio.
Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check.
You're coming in low, Troy.
All right, hold on.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Check, check, check.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear Jay loud and clear. I hear
All right, hold on.
Troy not so loud and clear.
Check, check, check. Y'all got me better? Check, 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 check.
I got you.
Is it better or worse?
It's the same for me. I don't know if Jay can hear you.
All right, hold on for a second. Audio goes to anchor. Is that the anchor or is this the anchor? Mic goes to Logitech. Check, 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 check. Fly Eagles Fly says I'm good. I was coming for 2.5 hours. Now it messes up right when I start talking about breaking the record. All right, we are at 61.7 thousand. The NFL is back. Who's going to win tonight, Crystal Ball Paul? What does your crystal ball say? The Chicago Bears or the Houston Texans? Caleb Williams or CJ Stroud? The NFL is back. ESPN, 8 p.m., ABC, 8 p.m. Coach Jay Freeman is back. Check, check, check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got me. Crystal Ball Paul, who wins tonight? The Texans or the Bears?
I'll agree with Coach. Coach Troy, who's not here today. I would say what he would say: the team that walks away with no injuries.
Hey, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be healthy in the playoffs.
Yeah, because you know what the most frustrating thing for me this week was? Watching ESPN and looking at the ticker, and it happens every year, and I hate it. But I've already seen one torn ACL and 2 torn Achilles of guys that were going to start this year on a football team. I can't remember their names, but they're done for the year now. First week of practice.
I tell you, when we started talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars, it started blowing up on here. I didn't know we had so many fans in Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars. Who's the head coach of Jacksonville?
Duval County.
Ball and Duval. Name it.
Yeah,
the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the guy who invented the play Philly.
Yes. We love the NFL. We love YouTube. Minnesota Vikings, New Orleans Saints,
Oakland Raiders, Jacksonville Jaguars, Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Dallas Cowboys, Baltimore Ravens. The NFL is back. All right, bet. So I like NFL preseason because you get vanilla football. You get the basic offense and defense teams. All you need. You don't need all that fancy stuff, all that motion, all that shooting. You just have basic football. If you want to study football, watch tonight's game. That is the basics. You've got to be able to do the basics before you do all that fancy stuff. You're going to see inside zone, outside zone, and maybe power. And that's it. Over and over, or duo. They're probably inside zone, outside zone, and duo. That's my 3 runs. Inside, outside, and off tackle. So up the middle, outside, and off tackle. That's my whole offense. Inside zone, outside zone, and duo. Coach Freeman, you are smiling. You are like getting a chub and thinking about inside zone, outside zone, and duo.
Yes, sir.
Stargrove says Duval. Void says, let's go, Lamar. Void Reapers, you are new. Void Reapers and Fly Eagles Fly and Stargrove. Ms. Medley, were you aware that Coach Troy Taylor went to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's house yesterday in Charlottesville, Virginia?
Really?
Yes, and he did not know. Coach Troy Taylor did not know why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had a J on his gate. I was sitting there thinking, why has this guy got a J on his gate? Oh, his name's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm about to get hated on for being a Ravens fan. No, you're not, dude. The Ravens are a great organization. They used to be the Cleveland Browns, or at least they say they are, but they used to be the Cleveland Browns. They have John Harbaugh. They have Lamar Jackson. They have big, huge running back out of Florida. What is his name? The Under Armour mannequin that plays tailback.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is from where you're from, isn't he? Gator. Welcome all newcomers. Go ahead and subscribe to Totem Pole in order to get the full effect of Totem Pole like the stream. Thank you, Gator. How do you feel about the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh, that defense, and Derrick Henry? Boom. What do I say? I say chip, chip, bah. How do you feel, Paul, about the Baltimore Ravens?
Well, I would tell you this.
Floyd says no, they used to be the Baltimore Colts. Well, the Cleveland Browns moved to Baltimore. Art Modell.
No.
Who was it that moved the Browns?
Yes, Art Modell.
Art Modell moved the Browns to the Ravens.
Yes.
He fired Bill Belichick.
Yes.
Art Modell also fired Paul Brown, didn't he? Hold on. Art Modell fired Paul Brown and Bill Belichick? Wow. That's an ego. That's an ego. You fire Paul Brown that the team is named after, and then you fire Bill Belichick? Great job, Art Modell. Chip Bob, Gator says. Sportsbook Lab, great team and great organization. Greatest rivalry in the NFL is the Steelers versus the Ravens. Jay Freeman, is your camera off? How do you feel about the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens? Crystal Ball Paul, the man from Seoul.
It was, because it's lackluster now because they have no QB, dude. They're just the Steelers are just we give them too much airtime. They're just a team in the league. They're average.
Gator said yes, he did, and Boyd Reaper said I agree. The Baltimore Ravens. Tell me a little bit about what you love about the Baltimore Ravens, the #1 offensive line authority in the world, The Line Play Brotherhood on Facebook. Go subscribe. 100,000 subscribers to the Facebook group, The Line Play Brotherhood. The NFL's back. The NFL returns tonight. The Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. Caleb Williams and CJ Stroud. ESPN, ABC, 8 p.m. Hall of Fame game, Canton, Ohio. Totem Pole Nation, 7:30 p.m. We will be live streaming the game.
Put that in big size.
Jay Freeman.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What's on your heart?
Yeah.
What's on your heart, Jay Freeman?
Well, you know, when you were talking about the Ravens being the Cleveland Browns and moving there, if you weren't alive then, you probably don't remember how that felt. And to watch those Cleveland Browns fans, some of them got violent. They started ripping up the stadium and throwing it around. But some of them were pulling up the turf and pulling up the seats and the chairs and taking them home because the dog pound was getting lost. The dog pound, hey, that guy brought in moving vans in the middle of the night, and he moved them from Cleveland to Baltimore. And everyone thought it was a big mistake. But you know what happened? They hit on a couple of draft picks, and they had a pretty solid team. Thank you, Belichick. And one of their, yes, sir, Ozzie Newsome. Well, listen, you can't minimize his contribution to that organization. As a player for the Cleveland Browns, coming out of Alabama, great tight end, and then a great leader in the personnel office. And one of the first draft picks that he made in '96 was Ray Lewis. Okay?
Ray.
And Ray established that greatness on, you know, the side of that ball and just played amazing, okay? And, you know, and they just started building through the draft. I'd say they built through the college draft better than anybody in that time period. And, you know, so Coach Paul is right. That was a great rivalry. And hopefully it will be a great rivalry again. You know, one guy that I think people are going to miss is T-Sizzle. A little T-Suggs. You know what I mean? You take great players for granted, right? And when they're gone, they leave a hole, right? What do you guys think? T-Sizzle, T-Suggs,
yes,
leading sacker in the history of NCAA.
They said he wasn't fast enough. Haley Storm says, as someone from Cleveland, it's not all on Modell. The city played the Browns when it came to getting a new stadium built, but in a 1 year period, they got it right. That's a sabotage, okay? That was the deal because Baltimore lost the Colts and went to Indianapolis, and Cleveland lost the Browns, and then they got them right back. So, yeah, the people are the ones that are always hurt, not the people making the money. Eric, I am from Cleveland. Eric says, I am from Cleveland. I just got to read. These are new. Harley and Eric are new. I'm from Cleveland. They took us away when we were great and making deep runs every year. Saying Modell name on Northeast Ohio is like saying Voldemort. Wow. Eric, yeah, the city was dumb, but it was as well. But the way Modell left just piled on. This is for y'all. Haley and Eric, welcome to Totem Pole Nation. How do you feel, Jay?
Howard shot Michael Strahan's agent, former agent.
Okay.
In Rockville, Maryland.
Hey, Coach Grandy Goat, I didn't hear your last question.
Well, I was just asking, what do you think about what Haley Storms and Eric are saying? And they're new to Totem Pole.
Yeah, I think they're.
Before.
Hey, we're so glad you're here, Haley. We're so glad you're here, Eric. And, you know, that's what we need on here. That's what you understand. We might be experts in our field, but if you're a Cleveland Browns fan, if you live in Northeast Ohio, then you're an expert on your own team, right? and we want your input. We want to know what you know.
Back to teaching and coaching.
And we want to know, hey,
Teaching and
we want
coaching.
to know what it feels like in your heart and in your gut to have your team get ripped away from you. And the fact that you guys, as a city, know that you had part of it as the cause is huge. But let me ask you a question. When the Browns came back and you got past those Eric Crouch days, how did it feel?
You mean the Johnny Manziel days?
Woo.
Didn't they go from Eric Crouch to Johnny Manziel? I mean, dude, Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. And when they drafted Baker Mayfield, I was like, dude, they've already had Johnny Manziel 1. Now they want Johnny Manziel 2.
Yeah.
We know we have the wrong quarterback again. Laugh out loud. Don't most of us. Everybody but Kansas City Chiefs has the wrong quarterback. Everybody.
Hey, if you guys just wait, it may end up with a happy ending. You don't know.
Trouble Hunter says Cleveland Browns equals the factory of sadness urinating trees. Hey, look, dude, the Buffalo Bills fans have a harder time than the Browns. The Browns at least have NFL championship. The Buffalo Bills fans are the only ones that care. They're the ones that shovel the snow for free. They're the ones that cry when they lose. Crystal Ball Paul, how do you feel about Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Rocks? Have you ever been to Cleveland? How do you feel about the Cleveland Browns fans and their organization and the idiots that run that franchise? I call them idiots because they are. They're a bunch of Ivy League guys. They paid Deshaun Watson all that money. Paul, how do you feel about the Cleveland Browns?
Okay, hold on. First of all, the dog pound and all the people out there, one of the best fan bases in all the league. However, I would have to disagree with your take on they gave them all this money, blah 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 blah. Dude, what else? What has anybody else that's got the quarterback money done besides Pat Mahomes? Lose. So who? It's you got it. I appreciate them and applaud them for taking. Take a chance. I mean, take a chance. It's the only way you're gonna, find something if you take a chance. Because the last time before he got in all his trouble, he was the birth child of Pat Mahomes and the guy in Baltimore. That was their baby. That guy was nasty. We forgot him in Clemson in his first few years in the league. We were talking about him more than we were talking about C.J. Stroud.
More than they were talking about Patrick Mahomes.
No, they were talking about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson had Patrick Mahomes on the ropes.
Deshaun Watson had more hype about him than Patrick Mahomes because weren't they in the same draft?
I believe so, but he had him on the ropes, man, down in that playoff game. And had Houston beat the Chiefs that year, we don't know what they would have done the next game.
Eric says, my hot take that may be hated. Eric, you can say whatever you want. This is an open forum. Nobody's going to hate you. I think Tim Couch could have been good, but we ruined his career. Cheers, mates. Have a great day. Thank you, Eric. Tom, Sportsbook Lab, Bake. Mayfield is the only good thing that has happened for the Browns organization in the last 30 years. He brought you a playoff win, and then you dumped him. Wow. Sportsbook Lab, amazing. Haley, I think we have a great front office with a desperate owner that made a bad choice to try and win now. Am I incorrect to say that the Cleveland Browns are owned by a criminal? The Cleveland Browns are actually owned by a criminal. Am I right or wrong about that?
How you doing? Yeah.
Trouble Hunter says young RG3 is greater than Tim Couch. RG3, dude, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, that guy looked like John Elway his rookie year. Up and down the field in the 2-minute drill. Randall Cunningham, man. Harley, 100.
Coach Jay Freeman, is that AstroTurf? Is that field turf?
Yes, sir. It sure is. It's field turf is about a year old.
It looks beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Hey, I got one of my players just walked up on me right now. He's a great young man, and he's coming off a knee injury. And boy, I tell you what, he's been working so hard. It's so excited to see him get healthy again. You guys know what I mean?
Work hard, man.
Yeah, he said work hard. Yes, sir.
Work hard, man. Be a great teammate.
He said work hard, be a great teammate. He is a great teammate, Coach.
That's more important than everything.
He played Sorry.
Shay Vintage, you're new. Shay Vintage, Haley, this is for y'all. All the new people in Totem Pole that just discovered the low man on the Totem Pole today. Jay Vintage said, unpopular opinion, Chiefs won't make the Super Bowl this year. Dude, I think that's a very popular opinion. Everybody hates the Chiefs other than the Chiefs. Everybody hates Patrick Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes' wife. Everybody hates Travis Kelce. Everybody hates Travis Kelce's girlfriend, Taylor Swift. Everybody hates a team that has 3 Super Bowls in the last 5 years. So I think that's a very popular opinion, Vintage. Daniel Grossberg, Brock Purdy was 1 minute away from Super Bowl and second highest winning percentage in NFL. People don't even say he's top 10. Daniel and Jay, y'all are new to Totem Pole. We are the low man on the Totem Pole. We're all about faith, family, football, and the future of content creation. Work hard, play hard, and take care of each other. Sportsbook Labs got a comment. The Browns were drafting first overall every single year until Baker, and now they're a respectable team. The one thing they lost was Bill Callahan, Scott Peters. They lost both of their offensive line coaches. That's going to be a big, big, big duo to lose because their offensive line was nasty.
Who?
Hey, the Cleveland Browns.
Can I
where did Callahan go?
To that?
Callahan,
Tennessee,
went to coach for his son with the Titans. Gator said this is from a good turn. This is a good turnout, Coach Goat. So we have to talk about Jay Vintage saying his unpopular opinion: the Chiefs won't make the Super Bowl. Daniel Greenberg says Purdy is top 10, and that the Browns are respectable. So Jay Freeman, go ahead, comment on those 3 things.
Okay, hey, so the first thing is the loss of the Browns of losing Scott Peters and Brian Callahan.
Bill Callahan.
Or Bill Callahan, sorry. Bill Callahan's going to Tennessee Titans. Scott Peters is going to New England. Let me tell you guys why that's a bad thing for that franchise. Besides the obvious reason. Okay, hold on. So that team, I believe, was one of the leaders in rushing in the NFL, the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. But there's a second part to it. And I want everyone out here that loves football to hear what I'm saying. They had the lowest helmet contact injuries as an offensive line in the NFL while leading it in rushing.
Wow.
What does that tell you? That they're not putting their face in everything. They're leading, they're playing along with their hands. And they're using the techniques that Scott Peters has brought to the league of how to play football, playing long, playing with your hands, not putting your face in everything. And he's taken those tip of the spear concepts that Jim McNally and them brought to the Cool Clinic 5 years ago and tried to show football, and it's here now. And Cleveland had the very best of the best in that regard, and now they have to go a little bit backwards. What do you think, Coach Goat? What do you think, Paul?
I'm going to mention Trouble Hunter. Trouble Hunter says, too bad Shanahan decided to take the kickoff in OT. 1 minute away from winning.
check out 17 seconds. Yeah, they messed up, dude. They didn't know the rules. I was like, hold on, both teams hit the ball. Why would they defer? Or why would they not take a second? Y'all show some love for us and hit the like button and take a step deeper by subscribing. That's from Gator. He said, like the stream, Totem Pole Nation, subscribe for more content. We're bringing it to you every morning at 7:30 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. tonight. We will be live streaming. Gator. So, Coach Crystal Ball Paul. Chiefs making the Super Bowl, Brock Purdy being top 10, and are the Browns respectable?
Good luck to Chiefs not making the Super Bowl. Man, until I see it with my own two eyes, I'll believe it. Brock Purdy is definitely top 10 quarterback. I'm not going to put him in the top 5 because I just can't do it, but he's definitely top 10. I mean, he's ahead of a third of the league for sure. The Browns, what was your thing on the Browns?
Are the Browns a respectable team now because of Deshaun Watson? Or is it Baker Mayfield? I don't know. Are the Browns respectable?
Well, the Browns have a better shot of going deep in the playoffs with Deshaun Watson than they do Baker Mayfield. Than they did Baker Mayfield. He just, I mean, and again, people hate on him, but dude, when he's at full strength and he was injured last year, man, give me one season of him at full strength, and then we'll talk. Because I still believe that I saw what he did with my own two eyes to Patrick Mahomes and them. He's capable of doing some stuff, man.
Paul,
but he needs to be healthy. Yes.
H4Z3 said you said top 5. Wrong. Sportsbook.
I didn't say top. I didn't say top 5. I said top 10. All right, mom's leaving.
Purdy is number 3.
Bye, Mom. You're amazing.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.
See you, Ms. Medley. Vishnu says, why is Pro speaking washing machine? Thank you very much, Vishnu. H4Z3, you are the best. This is for you. You're new.
Correction.
Totem Pole Nation, this is Life Lessons Podcast. We do this every morning at 7:30 a.m. NFL is back. The NFL returns tonight at 8 p.m. on ESPN. The Hall of Fame game live from Canton, Ohio. It's the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams versus the Houston Texans and C.J. Stroud. We have had an amazing stream. We're almost going on 3 hours. Sports Junkies, ESPN, Fox Sports, Barstool. We are the low man on the totem pole. We are the common man. We are for the common man. Oh, we got some other comments here. Bye, Mom. We love you. And then H4Z3 says, go 49ers. And H4Z3 says, Paul, Brock Purdy is the number 3 quarterback in the NFL.
Hey, listen, I was talking to Paul about something earlier, and I was going to ask you what you thought, Troy, Coach Goat, is what about when we look back on these teams that have had great players? Like they've had great players that come into the organization. They were a Pro Bowl level for 10 years, and now they're gone. Maybe retired, maybe another team. How does that make you feel when your team gets an all-pro player and you say, well, that's fine. I took care of left tackle. Don't got to worry about him for 10 years. And then that person comes and goes and you don't have a championship. How does that make you feel? How does it make you feel, Houston Texans, that you had Andre Johnson at wide receiver and J.J. Watt at DN and you never got it done? How does that make you feel? Right? How does it make you feel?
It's the NFL, man. Not for long. Sportsbook Lab says, Coach, are you excited to see the Guardian Caps tonight in the NFL for the first time ever? See, that's the thing, Sportsbooks Lab. What is new ain't new. If you go back and look at the greatest football player ever to come out of Richmond, Virginia, he played for the Kansas City Chiefs. His name was Willie Lanier. you go back and look at Mark Kelso, played for the Buffalo Bills. What is new is old, and what is old is new. They've been having coverings. They didn't let them wear coverings, but now that the Guardian has a contract with the NFL, dude, they already had helmet coverings. Why would they not put that soft, spongy material on the outside of motorcycle helmets if it was helpful to prevent head and neck injuries? Okay, there is no way to play this game and to totally eliminate head and neck injuries unless you follow the tip of the spear. Vishnu, let's go. Trouble Hunter says, will the Browns give Amari Cooper another contract, or will he be leaving town once again in his career? Yes. A team that wants to win, like the Washington Redskins, needs to get Amari Cooper and put him opposite Terry McLaurin and see what happens. They could win that division. Coach Jay, what do you think about what Trouble Hunter says?
Well, I mean, what do you think about Amari Cooper? Amari Cooper, a hell of a player. I mean, would you give him a second contract?
I mean, he's way past the second contract. Yeah, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess you're right, Coach. Maybe it's the third contract.
30 years old. Paul,
Yeah.
what do you think about Amari Cooper?
Man, I mean, Kirk, my boy Kirk, he's a Cowboy fan, and I said, man, there's not a better route runner in the league. He looks like he's in a National Hockey League rink when he runs routes. I mean, he doesn't change speed when he changes direction. More than anyone in the league, dude. He's sweet. He's sweet. And again, that take with him opposite McLaurin, you put him or Ayuk opposite McLaurin, and the Redskins will be cooking.
Trouble says Amari in Washington. Dan Quinn signing an old Dallas player sounds pretty on brand as of late. Hey, I go like this. I'm Coach Goat. Jay Freeman, what do you think?
Yeah, I like it. You know, like whenever you're taking something from your rival to make your team better, they can't use them, right?
Yes.
I think it's a smart move. I think Commanders would help them.
Well, I got a text, y'all. I got a text that said that Totem Pole Nation ruined the carpet in the office. And I told the dude, I spilled coffee in there. I know that. I forgot to get the coffee stain up. Now, the other stains I don't know about. But I will come clean it up because it's not beneath me to clean up a stain on a carpet. And the place didn't even look perfect when we took it. So Coach Goat will drive over there and get on his hands and knees with his steam cleaner and put a little bit of water on a coffee stain and stomp it out. And if it won't come out, I'll get a rag wet and I'll go to Target and buy a $20 iron and I'll get the stain out.
Hey, I have a nice steam cleaner that'll do the job in 5 minutes.
Maybe Coach Lambeau should have cleaned up his mess. We did
Lambeau
give him $350, didn't we, Paul?
Lambeau Calrissian?
We did that,
AKA Lambeau Belichick?
Fly, Eagles, fly. Same with Smitty in Philly. Gator, hey, Coach. I know that mask is probably getting pretty hot, ain't it? I like it hot. I like DMX. Darkman X got you bouncing in here. Bouncing in here. Fly, Eagles, fly. Devontae Smith's route running is very crisp too. One of the best in the NFL. That's why they call him the Slim Reaper.
Ooh.
Slim Reaper had a breakout game this game, did he not?
Hey, they also call him Skinny Batman.
Yes. 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 He's pretty skinny and he's okay. Dude, all these muscles are overrated. Dude, human beings aren't supposed to look like He-Man. Human beings are supposed to look like the Spartacus movie from the 1950s. If a guy looks like He-Man, there's a reason. It's called the juice. It's called the gear. It's called testosterone. It's called D-ball. It's called the cream in the clear. It's called APA. Human beings aren't supposed to look like He-Man. Gator. We love you, Gator. Coach Jay Freeman, I'm getting fired up.
Yeah, you are.
Got y'all bouncing in here, bouncing in here, bouncing in here.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, you know, sorry, I got to clear that throat like old dirty bastard says, right?
Water. You need some water, Coach.
Hey, as they like to make fun of me, I say, get some water for your daughter. You know what I mean?
Yes, get some water. Get some water.
All right, that's better now. That's better.
We don't say water.
No.
We don't say water.
No. And sometimes
if you're a water person, you're probably not one of us.
Hey, let's say D. Smith's route running. You already read that, didn't you?
Yeah.
There you go. Hey, Coach Paul, what are you going to have tonight when you watch the game? What you going to cook, brother? What you going to make on the grill?
Because this is let's see here. Let's go. I'm going to go simple tonight. We'll go with colossal hot dogs.
Oh,
Nathan's.
Yeah.
Just a simple hot dog to get the year kicked off right.
That's fine.
Nothing
That's
big,
fine.
nothing special. Just a couple of hot dogs, man.
Hey, my brother-in-law works at Oh Boy Oberto in Kent, Washington, and he brings me home beef jerky all the time. And you know what he brought me home the other day? A case of hot links, bro. A case of hot links. And I was like,
you know what?
damn.
I might even do hot links. I might do hot links. Wow, that's oh man, I haven't had a hot link in years.
Because you know you can have a diggity dog with a little blizzy in there, but then if you get a hot link, it's something else, man.
Yeah. Like what's the brand of the hot link that he gave you?
Oh, Oberto. Like the Italian beef jerky company, been here for 100 years. Oh boy, Oberto.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world famous Howard Shotsky.
Hey, Howard, let's go.
Howard,
what's going on, fellas?
Got y'all bouncing in here, bouncing in here, bouncing in here. Dogman X got y'all bouncing in here. Howard.
The Shotinator. The shot.
17 on here.
Howard be chilling in the basement, running things from the basement, dog.
I'm still trying to recover from the shock of seeing my lawyer's bill.
Woo! Woo! What did that feel like, Howard Shotsky, when you saw those numbers on a piece of paper with an invoice with your name, Howard Shotsky, on it?
You ever been punched in the face and knocked out?
I've been knocked down, not out.
That's what it felt like.
Sportsbook Lab says, I'm a little nervous about the aesthetics with these new Guardian caps. I see a lot of fans complaining after tonight about that. The NFL doesn't care because they're all about creating the illusion of player safety. And they have a contract with Guardian, and Guardian is owned by the same people that own the NFL. And They're getting paid. Mark Kelso with the Buffalo Bills wore a Guardian cap in the 80s.
A big head.
Okay? Willie Lanier wore a Guardian cap in the 60s. This is not new. This is not new, Gator. How do you feel, Howard Schotsky, from being an NFL purist about Guardian caps?
I'm involved for anything that promotes player safety.
Yes. That is a great statement from a lawyer.
Can I talk about that from the high school level, what we see here in Washington State? Can I speak on that for a minute?
Sure.
Please? Hey,
sure.
So a lot of people don't know this, but the reason why we have all this talk is because of Lystat. The young man on Lystat law is from Washington State. He's from the Tahoma area in Maple Valley, and he hurt his neck in an 8th grade football game. He hurt his head, and he was injured, and they put him back in, and then he had catastrophic injury. And that's why we've been talking about it for as long as we have. But here's my question. And I want to know from Howard and Coach Goat and Paul about this. We have Guardian caps in a box. And we've been told that if we put Guardian caps on our kids, the same thing the NFL does, that we will invalidate the warranty of the football helmet.
That's a lie.
That's what we've been told from a legal point of view. And my take on it is this.
Because they're not going to be the ones getting sued if they don't wear it.
Well, I'm just saying that's why we don't use it. Because we've been told before that it will invalidate the warranty of the helmet. To me, that's a serious conflict of interest by somebody.
Because they're not getting paid, probably. Yeah. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. We are at 71.6 thousand views on this stream. 250 people totem pole. Trouble Hunter, I believe Jalen Hurts will have a breakout season for the Philadelphia Eagles now that Sirianni won't be play calling his 4 plays. No motion, no route, and absolutely no adjustments. Sirianni was awful. Gator said
he was awful, but don't give him credit. Sirianni didn't call one play last year. He can't call plays. He coached for Frank Reich and was the offensive coordinator, and Frank Reich called the plays. He's never called a play in the NFL in his life. That's why it's a joke.
What about last year?
He didn't. He let that guy hang out to dry. That's why Jalen Hurts doesn't like the guy. He brought down Pencil from the booth to be the D coordinator because that guy was in over his skis. And then when the offensive coordinator was in over his skis, he was like, "Hey man, I never call plays. You keep going, keep doing it."
He was yelling at the Chiefs fans. Remember that?
Yeah. Yes. Big time. I'm big dog.
That was pulling a Mike. What's his name? McDaniel, Josh McDaniel, and people said that's stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. It's football. It's a violent, scary game. You know the risk when you sign up to play this game in 5th grade. The players understand it, but the owners of the teams aren't willing to pay for injuries, and they don't want their players being injured. They don't care about the players. They don't want to have to pay any legal costs.
Hey, Howard, how was the dentist?
That was easy. That was the best part.
Do you feel like you've been punched in your liver?
Yeah.
Well, even better, do you feel like you got punched in your liver by Bobby Nizzo?
Yes.
And I got to fly, Eagles, fly. I'm a Giants fan. I'm not spending my time talking about the Eagles here.
No, Sirianni. He said it was his offense. He left Brian Johnson as the fall guy for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes, absolutely.
I could care less.
You could care less. Howard Schotsky is a New York Giants fan, and he's telling the fans he doesn't care about the Philadelphia Eagles. And I believe that the Philadelphia fan base are some of the most sportsmanlike and lovable fans ever. They treat the game as a special event, and the sportsmanship that comes out of the city of brotherly love is unlike anywhere else in the world. Howard, do you agree with that?
No, I vehemently disagree with you. Have you ever been to a game in Philadelphia?
Yes, and they have great sportsmanship, and they treat the opposing fans with respect and dignity.
No, they do not. No, they
don't.
They throw garbage and bottles at opposing fans.
I had a guy tell me good game after my team won. I had a woman give me a kiss right in the mouth, and I had a 5-year-old kid pay me $100 bill and tell me good game. That's sportsmanship. That happened in Philadelphia.
You met the 3 people in the people.
I saw nothing but brotherly love.
Brotherly. Really? Do you remember the Ravens preseason game in Philly that got canceled because the turf wasn't right? And the NFLPA representative refused to let the players play on that turf, and they canceled the game. Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about sportsmanship. You know what happened after?
What?
I'm standing with a couple players, and the Eagles fans are throwing rocks at these guys' brand new $100,000 trucks.
Well, they were trying to keep the birds from pooping on the cars.
I thought there was going to be a riot.
Yes. They were actually trying to help kill the birds that were going to poop on the car.
And I don't know anybody who, other than you, who would describe Philadelphia fans as sportsmanlike and nice to the opposing team's fans.
Hey, that is just the way I felt and what people have told me. Fly, Eagles, fly, especially after we got Saquon. We are a very passionate fan base and the most sportsmanlike and loving fan base in all of professional sports. The Philadelphia fans. The greatest fans, the most brotherly love. We are a very passionate fan base. Every fan base has those same jerks too. See, it's about 1 in 100. The other 99% are wonderful people. Howard.
Oh my God.
So the guy who stole my Under Armour when
what happened with the Under Armour jacket, Howard Shots?
Well, when Strahan got a pick 6 to win the game, I went down to give him a hug and came back 5 minutes later to find my Under Armour jacket gone. So that
Hey, I'd be interested to see what Coach Bald has got to say about the reception those Tampa Bay fans get when they go up there. They get treated like crap by the Eagle fans.
Hey, can I be honest with you? That's another team I'm kind of tired of talking about, the Tampa Buccaneers.
I get you, buddy.
And you know who I especially don't want to talk about?
Rondé Barber.
Bingo.
My friend Troy Taylor went to Charlottesville yesterday. And my friend Troy Taylor, because I'm Coach Goat, my friend Coach Taylor went to UVA yesterday, and he rode on the city buses, and he asked the bus driver, hey, man, do you remember Rondé and Tiki Barber? And the bus driver goes, I remember Tiki. Who's Rondé? Then another guy got on the bus, and Coach Troy Taylor asked him, who was better, Rondé or Tiki Barber? The guy said, Tiki was way better than Rondé. What is the truth, Howard Shotsky? Tiki or Rondé? Who's better?
They're different positions, man. I don't even think there's a comparison.
Gator sounds like daydreaming to me. Gator said, don't hate on my Bucs now. Fly, Eagles, fly. For example, my Husker fan base are the absolutely best fan base with other teams. Just there always seem to be a couple bad apples. Fly, Eagles, fly. I heard that the Nebraska Cornhusker fans are poor sports compared to the Eagles fans. The Eagles fans are the most loving and generous people in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles fans. Howard Schotsky would beg to differ.
They threw snowballs at Santa Claus for crying.
Yes, and that's because that Santa Claus was a convicted felon. All right, and he had no business doing that job.
Now, you got to work hard every day just not to commit a felony.
Yes. Howard Schotsky, what is the life lesson that you would like to impart on Totem Pole Nation that you learned yesterday and today?
Don't trust anyone.
Wow. Words of wisdom from a great man. Tell them who told you that.
I told you where those words came from, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
My father on his deathbed.
Don't trust anyone.
And
thank you, Mr. Schotsky.
The exact phrase was, don't effing trust anyone.
Crystal Ball Paul. What life lesson? The NFL is back. The NFL returns tonight at 8 p.m. on ESPN ABC. Totem Pole Nation will be live streaming at 7:30 p.m. It's the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams versus the Houston Texans and Caleb Williams. What life lesson would you like to impart on Totem Pole Nation today, Paul?
Are you trying to tell me that preseason football starts tonight?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's how I am. I didn't even know.
Yes. You're smiling now. Look, Howard's smiling. He's forgotten all about that lawyer bill.
No, I haven't. I'm just happy I can watch football because last night I was up till 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, man. Paul, what life lesson would you like to impart on Totem Pole Nation?
I thought about giving you a call.
Man, you should have called me, brother. Coach Goat, 1-800-CALL Coach Goat if you need to get a hold of me. Paul, Troy Taylor will be back tomorrow, but Coach Goat's filling in for him. He got arrested in Charlottesville. The UVA coach just said he could never come back. This is not the first time he's been banned from a campus. Paul, what?
Coach Goat, I got a question for it.
Yes.
Have you spoken to Troy Taylor about this with Howard?
No.
So you have about it.
Say what?
You have no idea how he felt about it.
About what?
His visit.
Yes. Coach Taylor is an idiot. Coach Taylor went to Charlottesville to meet Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's
his visit to Maryland.
His visit to Maryland was better than meeting Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because he got to spend 3 hours with Howard Schotsky and eat the greatest bar pizza he's ever eaten, and he drank an entire 2-liter of Sunkist before he crossed the Maryland state lines. Yes. And Coach Troy Taylor, hey, Coach Jay Freeman, tell Howard Schotsky what happened to our friend Coach Troy Taylor when he was at UVA riding the bus.
Hey, Howard. Coach Troy Taylor left your house. He was properly fueled by bar pizza and Orange Crush. He navigated his way, I believe, on the city bus.
Diet Sunkist, no Orange Crush.
Oh, my bad. So it was still orange in color. And then, listen, he was going around UVA on a city bus. And he was letting the randomness of the world, the path, the cycle, the pattern bring him to where he needed to go. Okay. And he didn't know what it was. He was taking a tour of UVA. And listen what happened. Hey, listen, Howard. He's walking around. He's kind of following this, going around. He's going in the rotunda. He's giving us a tour of history of Virginia architecture. These are these kind of columns.
Poe is from Boston, Massachusetts, and he lived in Richmond in the Granite 617. Did not know that.
Hey, but here's the point, Howard. Here's the point. At some point, like magic, like something from out of this world, Coach Troy Taylor is led directly to UVA Cavaliers' first football practice of the season.
Yes.
He gets to the gatekeeper.
Did he get thrown out?
Yeah, well, that's the best part, Howard. He gets to the gatekeeper, and the gatekeeper says, well, you have to sign up for this a week ahead of time. You have to send information to the SID, blah, blah, blah. And Troy Taylor, oh, good morning, wonderful ma'am. And he pulls out his phone and texts one of his buddies on the staff, and he immediately gets through. The gates open, the clouds part, and he's on the field.
Almost like St. Paul got let out of prison every time.
So you sent the text message and got it done, huh?
But hey, that's not even the best part.
Dude, I was showing the facility.
Now, I'm real proud of you because what I thought Jay Freeman was going to tell me, that Troy Taylor just walked in and ended up getting picked up.
Hey, it's not Colorado State. It's not Colorado State, okay? Come on.
Yeah. I can wear this next time I go to Colorado State. Does it look like a ram? It doesn't look like a ram.
Hey, look, I'm proud to tell you I've been kicked out of many practices.
Yes. Coach Troy is a G. Jack is new. Sportsbook lad, I'd beat your what? Wow. Jack, dude. Me and Sportsbook lad got into it today over Big Ben Roethlisberger liking young girls, okay? He likes them young like Drake. But you're not going to come in here, Jack, and talk junk about our friend. We're brothers.
He's talking to me. And hey, by the way, eat my ass on the spot. I'd love to see about that.
Woo! That's what I'm talking. That's the energy I want from Howard Shotsky.
Well, the moment you step to me, I'm throwing hands.
Uh-oh. You hear that, Jet? Nah. On Philly blank. We don't play no blank. Look, the Philadelphia fans are the greatest, most sportsmanlike fans in all of professional sports. They are the epitome of sportsmanship. They congratulate their opponents, win or lose, and the love that comes from that facility and from those stadiums is unmatched.
Could not be more.
Huh?
You could not be more.
Well, they love Coach Goat in Philly. Hey, Paul, what life lesson? We've already got don't trust anybody. Coach Goat's trying to say his life lesson is the Philadelphia fans are wonderful. They are the picture of sportsmanship. What is your life lesson all from Soul?
How about if you have a problem with your lawyer bill, take the under in the first preseason game of the year.
Let it ride, Howard. Let it ride.
Well, I'm up 200 this morning.
Well,
how do you feel about the under in a preseason game?
I usually like the under at the beginning because I think it's easier to play defense than offense.
Correct. I agree.
Ooh, great words from a great man.
And I'm an under guy. I rather look for an under game than hit an over.
Hold on.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Is that Coach Bald? Is that the CEO, the president of Totem Pole?
Hey, you guys. Guys, I gotta go to the weight room. I gotta start football.
Do you have Jay Freeman before you leave?
Hey, real quick. All those fans that are gonna tune in to watch those high draft picks, those returning veterans, I want you to think about this. Some of those guys in the fourth quarter that you don't know their name, that are fighting their butt off for a roster spot, one of those players might be a future great. one of those players might be a superstar that you've never heard of before. So I would say to you this: when most of the people turn off the TV, I'd keep watching, because that's the true drama. That's where the game is real exciting, because those dudes they know that the average NFL career lasts 2.7 games, and they know that their sell-by date is going to expire. So they better go make some hay while the sun is shining. Guys, have fun tonight, man. Let's go. I'll see y'all tonight, okay? Have a great day.
7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Coach Bald, what is your life lesson for Totem Pole Nation, being the CEO, being the president, being the chief?
You know, football season is great, I think, for everybody, because, you know, no matter how much maybe your life is not doing well, hey, man, hopefully at least your football team is doing well, you know, and vice versa. You might have a great life, but, man, if your football team is not good, it's going to affect your life. That's how invested we are as fans. It'd be nice if the league actually cared about their fans, but you know, I've been a season ticket holder my whole life, and we have to pay full price for these preseason games that we never even go to. So,
Hey,
yeah, man, everybody's undefeated. It's the best time of year.
and there's a good reason for that. You know why? Because nobody it's so they include it in your package and make you buy them even though you don't want them. And that's right.
Yes. Yes.
It's a ridiculous policy. Nobody.
Totem Pole Nation, we love you. St. Pete Rejuvenate, we love you. I got to go clean the carpet of the office because they said that the carpet is ruined. St. Pete Rejuvenate, thank you. Totem Pole Nation, thank you. Have a great day. You got a great day.